launching. The dumbest radio show in America. Welcome to Common Man and T-Bone.
I'm just saying, how many rock stars have you read about who are like, yeah, and then the pills started happening? Because it's so so intense.
Why do you have to crap on my coma?
Not. I was just pointing out.
That is a sentence I didn't think I'd say today. Why do you have to crap on my coma? It's my coma.
All right.
Featuring Panama Ted, Timmy Hall,
I will rub one on my face.
and a collection of profane noises.
Coach?
No, Dom.
I'm a genetic freak, and I'm not normal.
I want me some glory hole. I'll keep it in the room.
Stop breathing.
It used to be a lot longer.
Numbers don't lie.
This is Stupid. This is Man and Bone.
Happy Monday. Welcome in. Hello, Bone.
Hello, man.
It is Yikes Monday.
Oh, yeah.
No Jason's beef, though, today.
Oh, no.
Jason is touring Italia.
Yes, indeed.
He's on the continent, as the Euros like to say.
Oh, is that what they say?
On the continent.
I didn't know they said that.
Yes.
What does that mean? I mean, I know it's a continent of Europe.
That's what the Brits say when they go on vacation to other places in Europe.
Because they aren't on the island
They're
of
on
Great Britain.
They're on the continent.
So British people say this.
British people say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like Germans are like, we're already here. We're on the continent.
Right.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
They don't say it probably in English, though. They say it in German. It's probably my guess.
Anyway, Jason will not be with us. He's enjoying his time in Italy. I actually have not heard from him in the last couple of days. Could be dead. I don't know.
Or maybe he just doesn't use his phone on vacation.
No, he
because
does
he's on
all the
vacation.
time. He's always texting me.
Oh, even when he's in Italy?
Yes, he is. He's taking pictures and showing me things.
What's the most recent thing he showed you?
He took a picture of a sign that said Ricordati on it and sent it to me.
Oh, look at that.
Because ricordati means to remember in Italian.
Wow.
And so there are signs that obviously would have a form of that on there.
Yeah.
So he takes a picture, sends it to me.
So your name is Mike Remembers?
Mikey remembers.
Okay. I don't know. It kind of sounds like an emo song.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Seems like something that someone would do who's maybe going to cry after they sing the song. I don't know.
Yikes. At 4:34, the segment that's not a segment. I watched the golf yesterday.
Yeah?
You know who else loved watching the golf?
Who's that?
My daughter.
Really?
I got the only 7-year-old girl in the world who likes to watch the golf.
Yeah,
I
think that's right.
She was enthralled with it. She watched like an hour of the coverage.
Okay.
And when she had to take a crap, she said, "Tell me who's going to win." I said, "Well, they got 4 more holes left. What kind of crap is this?"
Right. Shouldn't be that long. I mean,
Teddy?
I hope not.
Were you excited about, what was his name?
Xander Schauffele.
Schauffele, that's right.
Choppin' Schauffele, my guy. Yeah.
Did you put some money on him?
I did. I had a little $5 I put on him. That was it.
Oh.
But that was good. Yeah, it was like plus 1,400, I think, at the time. Or yeah.
Did he lead wire to wire? Is that right?
Yeah, he did.
All right.
Yeah. I mean, now he did, I think, fall back during the round. But you know, at the beginning of each round, he was the leader.
He was the leader. All right. Well, that's, understandable. Tee times, different things are going on in the course.
Because it was him and it was Bryson.
Yeah.
He was in it.
Thank God he didn't win. I mean,
know,
we were
your
all
favorite.
pulling against him because he's with the evil live guys. And then our guy, Victor Hovland, was right
That's
there,
right.
too.
He was
My
making
guy.
a run. I thought he was going to get him.
Well,
right.
I wasn't watching, obviously, but I was at a place where I think Victor Hovland would have had fun. So when I saw people messaging and saying, Victor Hovland is in the hunt, I'm like, oh, man. Because I was at Sonic Temple, and I was thinking, I hope in the spirit of all this metal that Victor Hovland, who loves the metal, could win the golf tournament. At Valhalla, no less. What a metal place to win.
Samantha said to me, because Victor Hovland was sporting some white pants. Why don't you wear some white pants? You got to be a special kind of looking guy.
Yeah.
To wear white pants. I'm not one of them. Teddy?
This ain't one
This
of
ain't one of them.
No,
And I'm not one of them.
No.
So is that do you feel like you don't have the quads
No,
for it?
I don't have anything.
Okay.
I don't have.
You got to have some quads.
You
I agree with
actually
you.
could wear white pants.
You know what?
Like you could get away with an entire white suit and a Panama hat and a cigar hanging out of your mouth.
Yeah, I know what you mean. You're saying you have to have a little bit of a fullness to you to fill
And
out the
I
white
have
pants.
that fullness, but I don't have a presence like you have a presence.
Well, let me tell you, if I wore white pants, boy, you would get the full presence. It would be There would be.
You have to wear something under the.
No. I don't mean that. I just mean like black is slimming, which is why I wear black a lot. And I'm not saying it slims me down to the level I'd like to be.
You look like Ally McBeal when you wear black. I'm always confused. Wait a minute. I thought T-Bone was here.
Let me tell you something. When I wear yellow, it's a far different experience, my friend. It's a very different experience. When I wear like whites and pastel colors.
When do you wear yellow?
I don't know. Is there a team around that has a lot of yellow?
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, right.
Yes, okay. That makes sense.
So I'm saying I put that on for them, but otherwise I stay mostly in the black different colors usually because it just, what little bit I can get from it, I will take. But if I wore like an all-white suit in here, I would look like the sun. I would just be just a full-on ball of glowing.
Teddy, I know we've discussed this before, but look, I'm like the 5-6 times a year golf guy. So I wake up for the majors, some of the important tournaments I wake up, but does the yelling golf guy bother you as much as he bothers me?
It used to, and sometimes it still happens, but over the weekend I was able to kind of block it out
I can't.
at times, but yeah, it's horrible.
All I hear is, hey, Joe Burrow!
Right.
And Christian's like, what are they doing this, Cincinnati? I said, no, Kentucky, same difference.
Well, you know what? Fair enough. That's probably a Cincinnati fan. Right.
Get in the hole. Well, okay, you're not original. We got it.
I know, but you know what it is? It's a bunch of people who know they can text their buddies or who they'll say like, hey, I'm on this hole. I'm going to yell this. See if you hear me. And then their buddies will text them back.
You can't just take a photo and say I'm on this hole?
No, but then the buddies are like, oh, dude, we heard you. We heard you on there.
All right.
I mean, I think, honestly, we should go the other way with this, and we should say, let's get one of our phrases out there.
No. I don't want to contribute to this nonsense.
Can you imagine? Like someone's teeing off.
This ain't one of them!
I actually want just, like someone just yelled.
Our stupid hillbilly fans would do it in the backswing.
Oh, no kidding. No kidding.
Excuse me, sir.
That's because we don't cultivate. We're not trying to be a golf audience. We're not golfers. Ted is. But you
Ted
and
golfs?
Ted is, but you and I don't.
I was watching it this weekend.
Yeah,
I was enjoying myself.
Watching, like you said, you watch 5 or 6 times a year. I probably watch 3 or 4 times a year.
When's the British Open coming, Teddy?
Well, soon, right? It's all now compressed.
The U.S. Open will be in a few weeks. It's early June, and then the British Open will be in July.
Hey.
On July 4th. I think that should be a great.
Where are they playing?
Well, it's got to be before the Olympics, right? So
I don't even know. You know what? That's a great point. When are the Olympics again?
August.
Oh, that late?
Yeah, they always do it late.
I always forget. By that point, it's like you could have done this in July when everybody would have cared more. Now you're going to do it in August? We got football season coming. But I know that's all that they're not focused on the world.
It'll be over before that.
I mean, they're not focused on us. They're focused on the world is what I meant. But yeah, but I'm saying when we get to August, I'm like, tell me about what's going on with training camp. I want to know about battles for positions. Oh, I got to go focus on the Olympics?
Well, you don't have to focus on the Olympics. It's not like it's your job.
I want to.
Oh.
I want to pay attention to it, but I'm going to be distracted by the football.
But there is no football yet. What are you talking about?
The potential of football. It'll be like, hey, go ahead and eat this salad. I'm going to set the steak right here.
It's week 0.
It's like, but
Kansas State's playing in Ireland. We got to go.
I want to eat the salad, but the steak is literally sitting here, and you're telling me I can't have it yet. All I'm going to be focused on is the steak.
No, you can't do it in July because you got, cookouts and
what?
Parades. America's birthday.
No, they're not. I know they're not doing it for what we're doing. The Olympics are just whenever the Olympics are, because all around the world there's different celebrations going on at all times. Like, you don't think they're in Australia? They're in the middle of winter.
They don't care about Australia.
That is such a messed up thing. I always forget. The Southern Hemisphere looks at the Summer Olympics and goes, why is it hot? Right? Don't they? Like, doesn't Australia, South Africa, don't they all look at it and go, where's the skiing?
I understand. The fact that you can only name 2 countries probably tells you why they skew it towards the Northern Hemisphere.
I mean, like Chile, Argentina, like all of those countries all of South America.
No, they're always
below
hot.
The equator.
They're close to the equator. It's all the same. The season's all the same there.
Well, those countries are very long. Chile and Argentina.
That's true.
They're like the northern parts, you're right. They're like closer to okay, but then you get down south.
Very thin.
Those southern Chileans, they're like, this is BS. They're like mad. They're just yelling at their TV because they see guys doing pole vault and they should be doing ice skating.
Are they? Or is it a nice distraction?
Maybe.
Because outside it's cold and dreary, but on their TV, It's hot and sunny.
I'm just saying, I never realized how North Hemisphere centric this culture is.
Well, how about this?
Around the Olympics?
How about when the Olympics were in Brazil, it was actually winter time.
It was
there.
winter in the
There
summer.
you go.
I never even thought of that.
It was still hot there.
I wasn't even thinking like this.
It's not like Santa was there handing out presents. It was still hot.
Well, also, that's what throws me off with like those holidays. If you live in Australia or South Africa or any place that's Southern Hemisphere and you
Again,
celebrate
you just
Christmas,
named the same two places.
Well, in Chile and Argentina, there's 4. I don't know my African geography as well as I should. I understand. But I'm definitely sure, like Libya, I'm not sure. I think north is Libya. But then there's Liberia. And then there's a bunch of like different, republics and things that I'm not familiar with. But I'm saying South Africa, I know South Africa is south because it's in the title. It's at the very bottom.
That's a tip.
Yeah. All I'm saying is Christmas in those countries, if you celebrate Christmas, I'm over here, thinking of sleigh bells and snow.
No, they're
and all
outside barbecuing.
Yeah, they're having Christmas barbecues.
They're on the beach.
Like Bluey is having fireworks and, wearing like, I don't know, a thong, a bikini, whatever they're wearing in Australia.
But you know what they do? You know what they do in Australia?
What's that?
They do winter Christmas too.
What?
Yes, they get together wintertime.
What?
Halfway to Christmas.
No.
Yes, they do.
That's BS.
No, I'm telling you.
You don't get to do 2.
They do 2. So if you're feeling sorry for them, they do 2 of them.
Now I'm mad. I'm actually very angry at them now. How dare you make 2? We don't do summer Christmas around here. We have just one Christmas.
I do.
I know. Well, you're weird. I know.
I'm just saying. I do halfway to Thanksgiving. I do halfway to Christmas. And I make the same foods that I make those holidays.
Yeah, but it's 90 degrees out. Do you really want like turkey and dress? You do?
It's not 90 degrees in my house. It's frigid in the house.
I know, but mentally, like now.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me.
Why do you think the ice cream places are more open now?
Just like I eat ice cream in the wintertime. My palate doesn't have seasons.
I'm with you. I drink an iced coffee on the coldest days of the year.
So what's the problem?
No, I'm just pointing out, I didn't know if like a full turkey dinner, if everybody in the house is like, yes, that's what we want in the middle of July.
I didn't say we eat it on the beach. We're in the house. The air conditioning's on.
No.
So I invite you over to the house.
Yeah.
And I say, hey, I've made Thanksgiving part 2. You wouldn't be excited for that?
No,
yes,
I would say, where are the popsicles?
No, you get out of here.
Could you just make a snow cone, please?
Interesting tidbit about South Africa and Australia.
All I want are cold cuts and lettuce and tomato and some mayo on there.
How dare you give me hot food?
It's hot out. How dare you? Yesterday, by the way, in 80-degree heat out at Sonic Temple, I was literally eating a hot dog, nachos, like all the hot food. I didn't want anything cold.
One of the most annoying people in the world is coming to town. Details next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza.
You should watch out for a disabled vehicle that's blocking the left lane on southbound 71 on the north side at Weber Road. And we also have an accident that's blocking northbound 315's off-ramp to westbound 270, and that's on the North Outer Belt. This report is sponsored by Ohio Association of County Behavioral Health Authorities. Sometimes life can be overwhelming. Crisis Text Line can help. If you are struggling and feel like you can't talk to anyone about it, text 4HOPE to 741-741. Free confidential support. Crisis Text Line. Text 4HOPE to 741-741 now. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by The Waterworks. Trust the pros at The Waterworks for all your plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling needs. Visit thewaterworks.com today to get started.
Hear that? It's the sound of someone whacking the ground with a rake. Specifically, they're beating around the bush, which we've done enough of in this ad too, so let's get right to it. The new Moneymaker scratch-off from the Ohio Lottery doesn't beat around the bush. Money Maker. Play the game and you could win money, up to $2 million. With more than $88 million in prizes, ranging from $50 to $500, Moneymaker cuts right to the cash. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
When you have to stop but don't really want to, stop at BP. Because BP has everything you need to keep it going. Fuel to keep the adventures going. The BP Me app to keep the savings and the commutes going. Snacks and drinks to keep the crew going. And the BP Me Rewards Visa to keep the rewards going and going and going. A stop at BP isn't a stop at all. Keep it going.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. And when I was looking to get a new roof on my home, I wanted a company with staying power, a company that had been in business for more than 30 years, built on the principles of honesty, integrity, and transparency. Well, there was nowhere else to go than Newman Roofing. 32 years later, and hundreds of 5-star reviews from customers that have been blown away with the service that they've received. Some of the customers now, well, they've been around so long, they're getting their second Newman roof, and that speaks to the quality and the way Tim and his team do things. During a time where service is lacking in the service industry, companies like Newman Roofing are leading the way, providing white glove experience to all of their customers, just like they did to me and my family. So when it comes time to get your roof replaced, you're going to want to go with a company you can trust, and that's Newman Roofing. Don't just get a roof, get a Newman roof. Call 614-NEW-ROOF or go visit them online at newmanroofing.com. That's newmanroofing.com.
Do you subscribe to the Fans YouTube channel? Well, why not? Catch our best interview, Stupid Man and Bone videos, and live video of our shows as they happen.
You can participate in your neighborhood watch.
Search 971 The Fan and subscribe today.
Some people just know the best rate for you is a rate based on you with Allstate. And look at you, hands perfectly placed on the wheel, not like the driver to the right of you who's really going after that drum solo. Save with DriveWise in the Allstate app and only pay a rate based on you.
Not available in every state, subject to terms and conditions. Rating factors and savings vary, and in some states your rate could increase with high-risk driving. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
My guys at Germain Lexus are getting ready for the Memorial. What they do every single year is they let the golfers drive around the beautiful Lexus for the week. Then they take those cars and sell them to you. You could be driving Rory's car or mine, even though I'm not a golfer or barely a celebrity. You know what's going on right now? The Celebration. No need to wait until Memorial Day. You got great deals like this. 2024 RX 350, 36-month lease, 10K miles per year, $499.99 down, $519 per month. 2 locations to serve you, Dublin and Easton. GermainLexus.com.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is fast for cash. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family. I even buy my tenants won't pay me the rent houses. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
2 guys drove to work. Neither guy wore a seatbelt. One guy got a ticket. One guy didn't. The same 2 guys drove home. One guy wore his seatbelt. One guy didn't. One guy made it home. The guy not wearing his seatbelt didn't. Don't risk it. Click it or ticket. Paid for by NHTSA.
Now there's a simple, easy, and effective way to clean your nose and protect your health. It's called Navage. Navage. Available at Navage.com.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
It'll be a piping hot day today. We're going to be looking at highs around 90 degrees for the afternoon. Lots of sunshine. And we are looking at near record warmth both today and tomorrow. Look for a sunny day on your Tuesday with highs around 90, and then severe weather comes in on Wednesday night. I'm Doppler 10 meteorologist Dylan Robichaud on 97.1 The Fan.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Did you feel that? It's your radio getting fatter. Getting fatter.
Chubby time!
This is Common Man and T-Bone.
I'd like to wish all of our Canadian friends, and we do have several, a happy Victoria Day. It is Victoria Day. That's why the White Sox and Blue Jays are playing a day game today. If you're asking what is Victoria Day, you may think it has something to do with the old Queen of England back in the day.
Yeah.
Because Canada's a British colony, was a British colony.
Yeah.
That's not true. Actually, on this date in 1857, Jeff Rimmer took a chick named Victoria to the prom.
That's right.
That's exactly
what it is.
Did it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And the legend of that story grows more and more every year. And that's what
and that's why they shut the whole city down. They play baseball.
Yeah.
Because what better to celebrate Rimmer and Victoria than a stick and ball game?
Is that right?
Yes.
That's good to know.
One of the most annoying people in the world will be coming to town this fall. Ohio State will host Wisconsin Green Bay as part of the upcoming non-conference basketball schedule. Why is that notable? Well, because douche nugget Doug Gottlieb is the new head basketball coach at Wisconsin Green Bay. I vow this. Hear me.
Okay.
Hear me. Teddy, are you listening?
He is nodding. He's not.
Because that idiot is going to keep doing his radio show and coach college basketball. If we allow him in, because we've done it before, like when Dan Dockich comes into town to do a game, back when he still did those, he had a radio show to do an indie. We would lend him studio space where he would come in here and do the show, despite my objections. But if Doug Gottlieb comes in here to this radio station, my radio station, to do his radio show on the day that Ohio State is playing Wisconsin Green Bay, that's it for me. I quit.
Why would you
choose
quit
between
over that?
him? Because I don't want him in my sanctum, inner sanctum.
Well, he's just in another studio.
I don't care.
You know, I actually, when I saw this news that they were playing Ohio State, I'm excited for that because you better have an easy win. I would hope there. I don't think that's going to be a good team. But bigger thing I thought was if that does happen, I hope he comes here. I hope he comes in and wants to do the show here so we can mess with him all day. Whichever way we want to. We could either have the engineers go upstairs and randomly unplug things that would affect his day, give him a headache. This is before the game, of course. He's got to coach a team. If he has a bad day going in, that might make it a little more stressful on him. But I also thought maybe what would be more diabolical is just if everyone around here was in on this and the whole time everyone is like, oh my gosh, it's so nice to meet you. Oh, can I get a photo? And just boosted this guy's ego all day.
What's that going to do?
Well, then right when he goes to leave, you could have me or you or somebody go, hey, it's been great to meet you. Now I can tell everybody I know I got to work with Colin Cowherd for a day and just totally mess with his ego.
Actually, that's quite funny.
Because then you could have everyone he thinks the whole day people are thinking he's Colin Cowherd. And it's not.
Would he correct us?
No, at the very end?
Yeah, at the very end, would he correct us?
Well, that would
actually, I'm Doug Gottlieb.
Well, yes, he might. Or he might just take it and say, whatever, I got to go coach a game. But then on the way over there, he's going to be thinking, they really think I'm Colin Cowherd? And during the game, he's going to say, how do they think I'm Colin Cowherd? We look nothing alike. We sound nothing alike. What is the deal? And then later we can just say, sorry, you are a different a-hole that we are used to. And we got the wrong a-hole on this one.
Definitely an a-hole.
Yeah, just the wrong one.
Just the wrong one.
Yeah, we confuse our a-holes.
I may have been wrong on this.
I think you were. I
may have been wrong on this.
Fish, our program director listening, please
welcome him in.
Welcome him. Suggest
because you know what else we could do?
Studio.
Let's say he's in the studio across the hall. And by we I mean Teddy.
Yeah,
can tap into his board. And we can hijack it, and we can actually just play things.
Oh, yes.
Just think of it. He's in the middle of one of his segments, talking nonsense about whatever he talks about, and then just very quietly he hears, just very. He won't know. Is that real? Did I imagine that? Because let's face it, sometimes I hear farts that aren't there.
Oh yeah,
and I'm sure Doug Gottlieb's the same way. And then maybe a little time passes, and another one pops up, a little louder,
right? A little more of a drawn out type of fart.
We work our way up to the really long ones. Now, that's just the 6 second. I do have one that goes a whole 20 seconds.
I know. I'm aware of it. I remember that one. I remember him.
Oh, you know what else we can do?
What else could we do?
We can play him stammering.
Oh, yeah.
So he hears himself.
This is when Doug was interviewing Chris Webber, and it did not go well because he tried to get Chris Webber to answer questions. Chris Webber did not want to.
You know, I don't know, but I.
And that's the guy who's going to coach your basketball team, huh?
Mm-hmm.
What a joke that whole thing is, isn't it?
The 12 listeners listening to him would be very disappointed.
Well, one of those 12 people is obviously the AD at whatever school this is. What is it? UW, Wisconsin?
Yes.
You got Milwaukee? UW, Wisconsin.
UW, Wisconsin, Green Bay.
I'd like it if they were called University of Wisconsin, Wisconsin. That would be awesome.
Anyway.
Yeah,
let's bring him in. I'm sorry.
Let's get it. Let's make it happen. In fact, you know what? Come in and co-host a segment with us, and we'll just do the whole segment cold as if we think he's Colin Cowherd, but we won't say that.
You know what else we could do? We can, if he hooks up to the Wi-Fi in there, we can get on his laptop and steal all his account information and open up fake checking accounts, right? And Ashley Madison accounts and just, get him in total trouble with Mrs. Gottlieb.
I mean, we are not in any way advocating doing that because that's obviously wrong. And in fact, just like it would be wrong to say, steal someone's credit card information and use that to purchase goods.
He did that.
Is that what he did?
He did that.
I forgot.
Back in college.
That's right, at Notre Dame.
Right.
Huh. He
did it.
So maybe, how the turntables turn. Yeah. Just switch it up on him like that. What do you think of that?
The turntables are turning.
Yeah.
Who will win the NBA championship? Fan poll, 971thefan.com. Celtics, Pacers, Mavericks, Timberwolves. All right, full disclosure, I watched none of this.
Oh, you missed some basketball, my friend.
No, I went back and I watched some of the highlights, too, because, the Pacers apparently shot the lights out of the building.
Like an NBA record clip there in this game. They shot over 76% in the first half.
That's
67% for the game. Field goal percentage, one of the highest we've ever seen in the playoffs.
Were all the ESPN people crying, too? Because their coverage is just like a Knicks pre- and post-game show all the time?
I know. Now you're actually, I'm sure it'll just switch to all Boston all the time is what they'll do. But, yes, they were very much playing up on the NBA stuff on ESPN, the Stephen A. Knicks fandom, to the point that Stephen A. was giving a pep talk to the Knicks at one point in this game, in this pregame.
Nice.
Well, yeah, except for the fact that the Pacers are also in the Game 7. It's not like the Knicks are in a Game 7, and the Pacers, if they win, they have to win like 2 more games. Whoever wins this is going to the conference finals, and we're talking about it like, not we, ESPN is talking about like, the Knicks are here. Look at the Knicks. What do they have to do? Meanwhile, what do the Pacers have to do? How about that? How about 2 teams who've battled, have different things going on? And by the way, Pacers didn't just win this game. They destroyed the Knicks. The Knicks are battling injuries. Jalen Brunson went out in the third quarter with a broken hand, so that's no good for him. But the reality is the Pacers won this series because they're better. And now they get to go to the Eastern Conference Final. And apparently ESPN, I guess they'll have to acknowledge that this Pacers team might actually be good.
No.
Was Mike Breen on the call for that? Probably, right? Usually is for the big games.
Yeah, he was on the call, wasn't he?
Yeah. What does he do in his day job? Oh, that's right. He's the voice of the Knicks. I'm just saying, the entire thing has been stilted towards the Knicks because the East Coast, I'm not saying that they are biased. Apparently they can't help it. But they just think Knicks, Lakers, the big name teams, the Cowboys in football, they go for the brands. And it looked terrible for them when they were doing this on the broadcast.
Sorry, now you got McAfee, though. McAfee's a big Pacer fan. Well, he's going to level it out.
But he's a fan.
I know.
All the way through.
He's going to level it out.
I guess so. And then who do you have from Boston?
They'll rehire Bill Simmons.
I was just going to say, you had a guy.
They're going to rehire him. Actually, for some reason, drunk Ben Affleck will be there.
Mm-hmm. That would also be fun. Get all the Boston celebrities to come out and do that. That'll be fine.
The NCAA gives us a troubling stat. We'll talk about it next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza.
You'll find traffic is stop and go on southbound 315 between 670 West and West Broad Street. And we also have a slowdown on eastbound 70 downtown between the 71 West Split and Livingston Avenue. This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. Mattress Firm's Memorial Day sale is here. Save up to $500 on select adjustable bed sets like the all-new Temper Adapt collection with advanced pressure relief to help reduce aches and pains. Plus, get a $300 instant gift for pillows and more. Hurry into Mattress Firm today. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Ohio Mulch Landscape Supply. Hi, this is Ron Frost with Ohio Mulch, and here's to Ohio Mulch celebrating 40 years of making the community a greener and more beautiful place, one garden at a time. Don't miss out on the opportunities to elevate your outdoor space and to be part of a journey towards the next 40 successful years. Check out our promotions online at ohiomulch.com. Ohio Mulch Landscape Supply. Greener, greener, better.
At Metal Supermarkets, we're all about getting you and your crew to quit in time sooner. That's why our service is a cut above. You see, no matter the project, we'll get you to the right metal, shape, and grade. cut to any size, ready real fast. And yeah, we'll deliver, leaving plenty of time for the important things, like opening an ice-cold can of aluminum. Metal Supermarkets, the convenience store for metal.
It's the Kia Summer Sticker Sales Event. So give your friends something to look at and make this a summer to share and save with a capable Kia SUV like the Sorento, Sportage, Seltos, or Telluride, or a powerful sedan like the fun-to-drive Forte, each backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty. And for a limited time, get 1.9% APR for 48 months for well-qualified buyers and $1,000 bonus cash on specially tagged 2024 Sportage and Sorento models. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Financing for 24 to 48 months from Kia Finance, subject to credit approval for purchase of a new 2024 Sportage or Sorento. Excludes hybrids and PHEVs. $2,165 per month per $1,000 financed at 48 months. $1,000 bonus cash on specially tagged models must be applied as down payment. Must take delivery by 7/8/24. Limited inventory. Warranty is a limited powertrain warranty. See retailer for details.
The Fan app is about to become your new best friend. Your one-stop shop for all your favorite fan shows. ESPN Columbus and BetQL. Live or on demand. Listen on your schedule. Download the 97.1 The Fan app today. It's free. Do it.
Instant classics are exciting, but true legends have impact over time, like how Plant Moran has been counted on by companies and clients for the past 100 years. Counted on for advice by the workwear brand you zip up every day. Counted on for guidance by the zoos and aquariums inspiring the next generation. Counted on for a holistic approach by those growing, protecting, and sharing their wealth. From accounting to tax, consulting to wealth management, we're built year after year on the stories and success we help others achieve. Here's to the next 100 years of Plant Moran. Count on us.
Scotty Vegas here for Maxima Concrete. If you need a driveway, garage, patio, even an in-ground pool, Maxima Concrete are the guys to call. They did a great job for me, and they'll take care of you, too. Schedule a free estimate today at MaximaConcrete.com.
If your garage door is so old that somehow it was there before your house was, we are Deluxe Door Systems. For 30 years, transforming the look of people's homes with beautiful Clopay doors. DeluxeDoorSystems.com.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Guys, let's talk about the bedroom for a moment. That moment of intimacy. I don't think people call it that, but you know what I'm saying, right? The time where maybe you're ready for a little oh yes, and instead it's turned into an oh no for you. Because maybe you're having a little bit of an issue in the bedroom. So, all right, my guys at BlueChew.com are there to help you out. Blue Chew is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, but in a chewable form and at a fraction of the cost. So if you don't like to swallow pills, good news. Blue Chew's tablets are a performance enhancement for the bedroom that can help you gain extra confidence when it's time to perform, and you don't have to swallow it. You can chew it. Blue Chew's tablets are made in the USA, and they prepare and ship direct, so it's cheaper than a pharmacy. If you could benefit from extra confidence when it's time to perform, visit BlueChew.com right now. And here's a special deal for my listeners. Try Blue Chew free when you use promo code BONE at checkout. Just pay $5 shipping. That's BlueChew.com, promo code BONE to receive your first month free. That's BlueChew.com, promo code BONE.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. We love what moves you. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Just be glad you aren't as stupid as these two. Oh, yes. This is Common Man and T-Bone.
This is from the burner phone, which you can text us anytime, 614-787-3093. First time watching the live feed, I was convinced Ted was a 30-year-old black dude. This whole world is a lie.
Okay.
Yeah. If you want to see us, you can. We are live on YouTube today and every day. Just go to YouTube, search 971 The Fan, click on the live feed. Here we are. I'm waving at you right now. Hello.
Yep. There you go.
If you see me walking tenderly, I hurt my back.
Oh, yeah, that's no good, buddy.
I was cleaning out the garage. See, this is why nothing good comes from manual labor. Cleaning out the garage yesterday, sweeping, getting all the leaves and cobwebs out. Looks great in there.
But now you're sore. You're feeling it.
Can't walk.
By the way, the commenters on the YouTube live stream, we always appreciate. Here's a few of them. Amish Bat. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Anyway, Says, nice tat on your left arm, T-Bone, so you can see my arm tattoo.
Is this the first day you've had the short sleeves on?
I don't know. I thought I'd worn short sleeves before, but maybe it's the first time someone saw it. Maybe I raised my arm in a certain way. I don't know. There. Also, we have multiple people saying African geography, not in my wheelhouse.
No.
And I fully admit that. I'm bad at that. What was the other one
You
I
should
had?
see the swastika on T-Bone's back, too. It's huge.
Yeah, that's
huge.
Sure. That's right. No, what I also noticed was we have had a few people bring this up about the YouTube thing, and they're yelling at us, and I don't know why. Because we have like, I don't know, a few hundred people watching this live stream, whatever, but it has like 10 likes. And so in the comments, I am seeing people posting and saying, if you're watching this, you should be liking it. How dare you? There are YouTube viewers who are yelling at other YouTube viewers.
We got a lot of like bullies out there. Maybe they don't like it.
Well, yeah, that could be.
I don't like it. I'm on it and I don't like it. Teddy, this ain't one of them.
I know.
Actually, you know what? Do a dislike on there.
No, don't do a dislike.
don't do that.
Don't do that. That's bad for us.
It is? Why is it bad for us?
Because then it gets like YouTube doesn't know it's a robot.
Fine.
It doesn't know you asked for that.
All right, fine.
Anyway, here's the thing.
We got to do the whole show for YouTube now.
I am now getting tweets from people saying, why aren't people liking your live stream? And I'm like, I literally don't know what to tell. I don't know what to tell you. I'm on it. What am I supposed to do? Also go like it myself? I don't know. So anyway, I guess if you're listening to it and you like
all this pressure, you got to like everything.
Yeah, I know. I also think the fact that both you and I are doing this shirtless with advertisers' names written into our chest hair a bit much. We're 1 week into this. Can we ease into the gratuitous advertising on this thing, please?
Are we monetizing this yet?
No.
Well, then why are we doing it?
Don't worry. Trust me. Everybody upstairs is like salivating over. They want to put stickers on our foreheads, buddy.
I'm not doing that.
They want you and I to come in here looking like a NASCAR driver with just all of our different things on.
Start punching each other.
Yes. So anyway, apparently we don't have enough likes, is what people are saying. Okay. That's what the streets are saying on YouTube.
1 in 3 high-profile athletes receive abusive messages from individuals with betting interests. Oh. And more than 540 men's and women's college basketball players receive similar abuse, including death threats, during championship tournaments in March, the NCAA said in a release on Friday. The NCAA looked at athletes participating in sports that attract the most betting interest, football and basketball, among others. What does that mean, among others?
Well,
volleyball, Mr. and Mrs. Chip Dip.
Chip Dip. Yeah, there could definitely be some other sports, I guess, depending on where you are, what part of the country. But yeah, a lot of the places I go to look at sports gambling, they struggle to keep up with women's college basketball. I don't know if are there a lot of people offering lacrosse odds out there?
I don't know.
I don't know.
The NCAA said the data showed women's basketball players received approximately 3 times more overall threats than men's players. Well, and that's 15 to 25% of abuse directed at players, coaches, and officials who are involved in the most popular college sports was related to betting. Now, I'm not advocating any of this bad, right? But when I first saw this headline, receiving abuse, threats by bettors.
Yeah.
Like, to me, I read that as, you better throw this game or I'm going to kidnap your family. Now, clearly I'm reading it wrong.
Right.
But I wonder if it's just like, hey, you missed that shot. You cost me money.
Well, right.
Is that what they're talking about here?
Well, I think there's a few things. I'm guessing, yes, to your point, the definition would seem pretty broad as to what constitutes like a threat. Like if someone says, you suck and I hate you and I don't know, like whatever, then is that the same thing as someone saying, I know where you live and I'm going to show up in like a very specific threat? What I would say is this is important to remember with the internet, and I think it's important to remember it certainly the way of you, the commenter, going towards the person who you're commenting at, is that when you're on the other side of that, the athletes, say in this case, who's reading these comments, they're reading it not knowing what you're thinking in your head. They're not knowing what you're capable of. They're not knowing what you actually are. So if you are someone who's like, I'm just a online kind of trolley type person, I love going on the message boards and just firing people up, or I love putting some stuff out there and get response.
Caitlin Clark cost me some money this weekend, something like that.
Right. So if you're sending that to Caitlin Clark, you're thinking like, you're thinking in your head maybe, oh, well, this is harmless. I'm just some dude on the internet or I'm some gal on the internet. They're not going to know who I am. They don't care. The reality is when you're on the other side of it, I'm guessing for a lot of these athletes, when you see so much of it at one time, there's no way not to take it as somewhat serious. Because even if you see, let's say 500 comments, they're all negative about you because you missed a shot or you didn't make a play. Well, if you presume even one of those is like 1% of those is credible, that's 4 or 5 people that think put you in danger. Even if that's not what the actual numbers are, even if this never happens, you basically, if you're an athlete who sees all this stuff, you have to tell yourself that all that stuff you're seeing online is completely just people being trolly and fake, and none of it's going to ever come to fruition. Because if you actually read any of it, I bet it gets pretty heavy for them.
I'm sure it does. And that's why I think you and I need to start our own thing. And we need to overcompensate for all the negativity that's out there.
What's that?
Right? So if we see, like, pick a basketball player, women's basketball player.
Oh, I mean, Caitlin Clark's right there. But you want another one? Why am I blanking on her? The girl from USC, Juju. She's good. Yeah. Juju Watson, I believe.
Juju Watson has a bad game. Everybody's jumping on Juju Watson. Okay? That's where
Watkins. I'm sorry. Juju Watkins. My bad.
I'm sorry.
I messed it up.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
And so what we would do is we would get online then, and we would have listeners help us with this because we need numbers. We need volume, right? And then we can send her positive affirmation.
Okay.
Like if she's got a bad game, everybody's getting on her, we would send something like, "You're so hot, I want to make a jacket out of your skin."
That also
I mean,
is
how
not
would that
good.
not
That
make
is
her
also,
feel good?
That would feel I think that would feel as bad or worse, I think, as if it's like the only positive affirmations I'm getting are from creeps online.
How about this?
That's, by the way, that's a good name for the service, Creeps Online.
I saw some people just ripping on Livy Dunn, okay? Because Livy Dunn was on the LSU gymnastics team and they won the national championship.
Okay.
But people are saying, well, why are you celebrating Livy Dunn? You were like a bench roll person.
She's not very good?
Well, she's there's different roles on the team.
Okay, I don't know.
She had she played a very big role during the regular season.
Okay.
And then the playoffs come, or whatever they call the playoffs, and they're going to put like their best people out there. She wasn't necessarily out there, but she still played a pivotal role on the biggest team, the best team.
To your point, she's a part of the team.
She was a part of the team.
Yeah.
And I saw some people commenting like, why are you celebrating? You didn't do anything. And that probably hurt her feelings. So then we jump into the comments and try and boost her spirits.
I'm going to guess that would not work. I guess that would be really creepy.
But I don't understand. So we can't be positive?
Well, you
offset the
you
negative?
can be positive if it's like, hey, you're doing great. Big fan of everything you're doing. Keep it going. That's fine. When you say, I want to wear your skin like a winter coat, that's not positive. You might think it's positive, but it's not.
How about this? Your toes are very suckable.
No, that's not good. No. You might now. If you got that comment, you're probably thrilled about it.
I am thrilled.
You're happy.
Please put that in the YouTube chat.
Right.
I'll put them up here right now.
I know. I don't want to see it. Stop.
My back hurts. I can't lift my foot.
You got what, by the way? Why did you do this to yourself? What are you doing? Man's got to know his limitations. Man. You okay over there?
Yeah.
You need me to rub on it?
Oh, I need a rub.
You need me to suck on your toes?
You're damn right. Okay. Johnny Gaudreau, the greatest hockey player in the history of the world. Details next. Cowan, Man, and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza.
We've got an accident on the right shoulder of eastbound 70 on the east side at James Road, causing a 5-minute delay and some slower traffic from Livingston Avenue. And watch out for a disabled vehicle on the right shoulder of southbound 71 on the north side at Weber Road. And there's a slowdown about 5 minutes on southbound 315 between Kinnear Road and I-70. This report is sponsored by Direct Auto. Safe Auto Insurance is now Direct Auto Insurance. New name, same low down payments. Go to directauto.com for a free quote. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Hey there, friends. Bo Bishop here, and the playoff action is here. And there isn't a more rewarding sportsbook in the game than Tipico. Get ready to bet on the biggest games of the year, the playoff basketball, the hockey, the actions every night. You want to make the most of every game, you've got to bet with Tipico. You'll get up to 5% cash back on your bets. Claim your new sign-up bonus now and get $150 in protected bets when you deposit $100. Sign up now. Enter the promo code TheFan150 to get your bonus. Download the Tipico Sportsbook app today. Must be 21 or older and physically located in Ohio. Terms and conditions do apply. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Your Memorial Day weekend haul can be found with one stop at Meijer. Pick up fresh from Meijer 80% lean ground beef family pack for just $2.99 a pound. Plus, buy 5, save $5 on Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce, Breyer's ice cream, and 24-pack Coca-Cola or Pepsi products, plus deposit where applicable. And rev up your savings and earn 50 points per gallon of gas pumped at any Meijer Express through June 1st. Get everything you need for Memorial Day this week at Meijer. Exclusions apply. See all the deals in the Meijer app.
Common Man here for Care Heating and Cooling. Weather is unpredictable, but the inside of your home should be comfortable just the way you like it. And the best way to avoid those unnecessary surprises is with a care plan. See, with a care plan, you get priority service, system maintenance in case of an emergency, just another way to give your family peace of mind. And maintaining your systems properly can help you save money. A properly maintained furnace and air conditioner run more efficiently, reducing your utility usage. Regular maintenance also prevents breakdowns and extends the life of your equipment. I'm on the care plan, and I'm quite the expert, and I'll stop by and give your system a once-over. I will. Don't tempt me. I end every commercial the same way, telling you to hire Care when you need a company you can trust. But that's not just a slogan. It's the Care creed, not Creed the band. Yeah! It's the way they live their life and the way they strive to be remembered by you, the customer, at the end of every interaction with Care. Care Heating and Cooling. Call 1-800-COOLING or book an appointment online at careheatingandcooling.com when you need a company you can trust.
The Fan is your home for NBA playoff action. Catch every game of the conference finals and NBA finals on The Fan and ESPN Columbus. How does one listen to such magical things? On the Fan app, silly. Download the 97.1 The Fan app today. Do it.
Safe Auto Insurance is now Direct Auto Insurance. What's the difference? Basically, the name. Direct Auto offers savings of up to 25% on state minimum coverage, just like you're used to, which means you never have to make trade-offs when it comes to paying for car insurance. So don't even think about carpooling to work with Talkative Ted. It's time to stop compromising and keep driving with Direct Auto. Get a free quote at directauto.com or call 1-877-GO-DIRECT. Savings vary, terms apply. National General Group, Winston-Salem.
Another day is here, and you're ready for it. What to wear? Check. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Check. Planning for what's next and how to save for it? That's where Bank of America can help. For your financial to-dos, Bank of America has experts ready to help get you closer to your goals. Get started at one of our Central Ohio financial centers or 24/7 in our mobile banking app. Find a location near you at bankofamerica.com/talktous. What would you like the power to do? Mobile banking requires downloading the app and is only available for select devices. Message and data rates may apply. Bank of America N.A., member FDIC.
There's a little slice of heaven in a mountain town escape. A pace of life that's less hurried, more authentic, where people greet you with a smile and experiences feel down to earth, yet elevated. From Appalachian art to wineries and craft breweries, live music to a lively spirit. This is West Virginia. We call it Almost Heaven. Plan your getaway now at wvtourism.com.
Most businesses have one tagline.
Not here, baby.
At Sunny Street Cafe, for whatever reason, we've got 7.
Yeah, we do.
And here's number 5.
Sunny Street Cafe. Tasty breakfast and lunch with fist bump friendly kind of service.
Now with 8 locations.
Hey, it's Bobby. When you have a large investment like a new roof, you want to work with a company you can trust. One with 30 years of experience and hundreds of 5-star Google reviews, 0 complaints with the BBB. That's Newman Roofing. So go check them out at newmanroofing.com or give them a call at 614-NEW-ROOF.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Accurate Heating and Cooling and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
The show that will tickle you stupid. This is Man and Bone.
Happy Monday. Common Man and T-Bone brought to you by the Hinderer Motor Company. Burner phone.
Yeah.
The reason I love this show, well, I love the people who listen to this show. You and I'm not crazy about.
I know. Same here.
We can get something from someone calling themselves Stevie Nicks Cracky.
Okay.
And it's a nice message.
Let them live.
Stevie Nicks is cracky.
Sure.
Says, my grandma passed away over the weekend. She was 101 years old. She was a huge Buckeye fan. Even at 101, whenever someone mentioned the state up north, she would sing, "We don't give a damn" for the whole state of Michigan. My mom listens to the show every day. So if you could give a shout out to Martha, that would be sweet.
Yeah.
GTH from Stevie Nicks Cracky.
There you go. Well, I hope that Martha is in a better place, and we thank her for listening. If she's not listening to us anymore, she probably is.
It's never easy to lose your mom.
No.
Or grandma in Stevie Nicks' Cracky's case, but 101.
101's pretty great.
Pretty good, man.
Well, that's ought to be encouraging for those people, right? To say,
I'm crapping my pants now.
I'm saying that's the age that you got. That's in the gene pool now. In your family, if you got 101, that means you got a better chance of making it to at least some advanced age, you would think, right?
Johnny Gaudreau is playing on the American team for the Worlds. Okay?
All right.
They routed Kazakhstan 10-1.
Okay.
Over the weekend.
As you do.
10-1 Kazakhstan. Johnny Gaudreau had a goal and 4 assists.
That seems pretty good.
In the process, became the United States record scorer with 43 points, one more than Patrick Kane. How about that?
Wow.
You know what? I think we need some music or something for that. Good job.
Yeah.
You know what else I think we need?
What's that?
Banner. A banner.
I think we should.
Over at Nationwide, just a picture of Johnny's face and an American flag. The greatest American hockey player ever.
Yes.
Numbers don't lie.
No, well, and look, man, if you put him with a bunch of all-world type of players, then suddenly he's really good.
Well,
that's
also,
the problem here.
When you're playing Kazakhstan, too, he's really good.
Yeah. What's the equivalent in the NHL of Kazakhstan compared to the U.S. hockey team?
The Columbus Blue Jackets.
I was going to say, that's it. That's the team he plays. He plays for Kazakhstan in the NHL. They're playing like Russia and U.S. and Canada. That's who they're playing, and it's not going as well.
Kazakhstan.
That's too bad.
Fanatics, your favorite company and mine, has filed a lawsuit against Marvin Harrison Jr. in New York Supreme Court for breaching a contract while the wide receiver signed with the retailer in May of 2023. In the suit, Fanatics said Harrison has refused to fulfill his obligations to the deal, while he also publicly asserted that the contract does not exist. So they are saying, we signed this dude to a contract last May for at least $1 million for signing autographs, signing trading cards, game-worn apparel, other marketing opportunities. They say he is not living up to the terms of the contract. Marvin Harrison is saying, I don't have a contract. I would think this be pretty easy to solve, right?
Well, right. I wonder, I know there was a dispute from his camp, if I'm not mistaken, that initially when this all came up, because a lot of guys get this deal in college now with NIL, apparently, where you sign the deal, it covers you during the first couple years of your collegiate career, but then also covers you when you get to the league. And that's how they can get these jerseys pumped out so quickly right after you sign, is because the deal's already done. You're already under contract with them, whether it's college or pro. They've got all that worked out. He is claiming, I never signed anything like that because I thought it was a bad deal to begin with.
Right.
And I knew I was going to the league, and I'm not going to need to bother with that. It's a very interesting situation. I will say that personally, for me, I could see the principle argument of standing on your principles and saying, I'm not changing that. And then also saying, but whatever, at this point, I don't want to have to deal with the questions or the headache or whatever. And at some point, that's probably what a lot of people do in his situation. Even if they don't like it, they say, yeah, but I don't want to buck the system. I don't want to go against it. Maybe he'll be the one who has the energy to fight this type of thing. We'll find out.
Yeah, and again, does he have a contract? Does he not have a contract?
Yeah, it seems like that would be something easy to figure out one way or the other.
I think the other thing is that if he wasn't publicly fighting with the NFLPA and by default Fanatics and his jersey was readily available for sale, this lawsuit probably doesn't happen, right?
Of course not. No, I mean, this is all about the fact that they're not able to make money off of one of the top players in this draft, he wants to get this all, to the level that he likes it. They just want to make money off of him, which is, in fairness, that's what the licensing agreements that they do with the NFLPA. That's what Fanatics is always looking to do. But in this case, he's one of the few that has said no. Apparently, he doesn't think he has a contract with them, and he doesn't have any intention to sign one anytime soon unless there's more money involved.
I was reading an interesting piece this weekend about Major League Baseball and their regional television. We talked about it maybe a few months back when Bally's, they unveiled their reorganizing plan, right? Where, didn't Amazon put money into them?
I thought so. I think you're right.
Yeah, and we said, well, that makes sense then. Amazon will come in, they'll bail out Sinclair, who owns Bally's, and eventually we'll have all these baseball games on Amazon. Major League Baseball apparently does not believe that even with Amazon's cash flow, this situation can be salvaged. So internally, Rob Manfred, the commissioner of baseball, and a bunch of high-profile owners are talking about the possibility of starting next year nationalizing the regional sports package, much like Major League Soccer does with Apple TV.
Oh, okay. So would that be all the RSNs? Like all the local channels? Not just the ones that are Bally's?
Yes, they'd have to.
Yeah, and then so essentially they want to take whatever the package is now, more or less, and make that a full-time thing, not just a...
But it's the big-time owners you have to convince.
Yeah.
Because, the Steinbrenners, they got their deal with Yes, and Mr. Cohen, always here, has his deal with SNY, and I'm sure they make money off of that.
Yeah, I'm guessing the Chicago teams, the LA teams. Well, I know the LA teams famously, fought their deal for years. I don't know if the Dodgers, for example, weren't on in some markets. There are some parts of the LA area because of cable disputes. But yeah, you're right. Like a lot of these higher profile teams, which are not the majority of ball clubs, they make a lot of money off that.
Well, and if Major League Baseball pulls the plug, then the NHL and NBA will have no place to go.
That could have some
I'm just saying, if Major League Baseball says we're done with all of this, then that would have ramifications for every other sport that uses a regional sports network.
I don't know what the plan is, but clearly something has to change from this, because if we're going to do this every single offseason for every single sport that's on these networks, it's like, yeah, but we're not sure about the future. It's like, well, then why did y'all re-up with them?
Right.
Why did you do that a couple years ago?
Because they didn't have the infrastructure, but I guess they've built it out where they feel comfortable taking it in-house. But we'll see. Yeah. One of the greatest things in sports is happening tonight. Details next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza.
Traffic is moving a little slow on southbound 71 on the north side between East Broad Street and I-70. And be aware of an accident on southbound 315's off-ramp to 270, and that's on the north outer belt. This report is sponsored by Ohio Laborers and Ohio Lesset. The Ohio Laborers, more than hard hats and tools. They're Ohio's infrastructure backbone, shaping communities through vital projects. From efficient roads to solar energy facilities, they build for Ohio's future. Build Ohio right, build it Union. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Glow Fiber. Glow Fiber Business is now in Ohio. With prepackaged and customized fully fiber optic business internet solutions, call 1-833-WANT-GLOW or visit glowfiberbusiness.com today.
Open your door to a gorgeous Nature Stone garage floor. This is Paul Keels for Nature Stone. This month only save up to 50% during their May is for Moms sales event. Schedule your free cost estimate today at naturestone.com. It's not just a floor. Wow, it's Nature Stone.
Bobcat Enterprises, your local family-owned partner for your spring landscaping and construction projects, is here to provide you with real solutions for your toughest challenges. Bobcat rents, sells, and services a full line of Bobcat equipment, including Bobcat compact track loaders, Bobcat excavators, Bobcat tractors, and more. Bobcat Enterprises has been owned by the same family since 1975. Keep your business local. Stop by Bobcat Enterprises in Hilliard, Reynoldsburg, and Zanesville, and find current specials, our full line of products, and rental information by visiting bobcatent.com today.
Everyone has that one goal, that thing they want to prove, not to other people, but to themselves. Then, right when you think you could actually do it, cancer. And that goal is still within reach. I would know. I'm about to run my first ever marathon with my two best friends. 3 years after having cancer.
At least we look good in these shorts.
Woo! Let's get it, guys. You, keep making plans.
Visit ohiohealth.com/keep making plans to learn more.
Big things are happening on the east side.
We're ready to deal. Come negotiate during May's Dealin' Days at Lindsay Honda. Lower payments, better financing, more value for any trade. Shop lindsayhonda.com and see new Hondas with thousands in savings plus many other deals. We'll work hard to get you a payment you can afford. Now during May Dealin' Days at Lindsay Honda.
Honda makes the cars, Lindsay makes the difference.
See lindsayhonda.com for program details.
Looking to sell your home? Don't pay 6% commission. Call my guys at Sell for 1% Realtors. They're full service, not a do-it-yourself kind of thing. On average, customers save over $10,000. Give them a call, 614-451-6616. That's 451-6616.
Summer is almost here, and NBC4 Today is giving you a chance to swim in cash. Get ready for summer. Check out NBC4 Today every morning, and you could win $400. Watch to win all this week on NBC4 Today at 6 a.m.
Monday, the moment of truth has arrived.
It's the live finale of The Voice on NBC.
This is what we've been waiting for all season.
5 artists perform live to win America's vote.
So you got to watch live and you got to vote for your favorite.
Which coach will claim bragging rights as champion of The Voice?
Reba McEntire, Chance the Rapper, Dan and Shay, or John Legend.
Anyone could win.
I know, so do not miss this, the season finale of The Voice.
Live Monday on NBC.
Tonight beginning at 8 on NBC4. Local for you. Summer is almost here, and NBC4 Today is giving you a chance to swim in cash. Get ready for summer. Check out NBC4 Today every morning, and you could win $400. Watch to win all this week on NBC4 Today at 6 a.m.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars, Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan.
Good afternoon. I'm Paul Keels. The 7th, the deciding game of the NHL playoffs. Edmonton at Vancouver, and the deciding game of the Western Conference semis. The Canucks with a key loss tonight. They'll be without right wing Brock Besser due to a blood clot. He leads the Canucks in points and goals in the postseason. Winner advances to the Western Finals to take on Dallas. NBA postseason on hold until tomorrow when Indiana plays at Boston in Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Baseball tonight. It's the Cleveland Guardians trying for a 4th straight win when they entertain the New York Mets. Tyler Megill pitching for the Mets against the Guardians. Ben Lively. Cleveland a 1.5 lead in the AL Central. Reds have the day off. They'll host San Diego tomorrow. Columbus Clippers have the day off. They'll begin a series at Omaha. Indy 500 announcing Ken Griffey Jr. will be their pace car driver. This update brought to you by Nature Stone. Schedule your free cost estimate today at naturestone.com. It's not just a floor. Wow, it's Nature Stone. Breaking sports news. When it happens on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Fat and happy. Hey, 1 out of 2 isn't bad. This is Common Man and T-Bone.
What smells good? What'd you bring in here?
Well, I made a little honey sriracha chicken and noodles over the weekend.
Good. Did you bring it up for both of us?
No. All right. It's my lunch.
Hey, please subscribe to the podcast. It is available wherever you get your audio. Just search Common Man and T-Bone. Click subscribe. Every single show comes right to your device free of charge. The podcast is brought to you by our friends, Care Heating and Cooling. I know a lot of you take vacations around this time of year.
Mm-hmm.
This is the last week of school for my kid. I'm sure it's the same for most of your kids as well.
Yes.
And I know a lot of you like to go to the big city of Chicago, Illinois. A lot of things to do.
Sure.
Museums.
It's a reasonable getaway. It's not that far to drive if you want to drive it.
Good food.
Yeah.
A ballpark for you to get lit and piss your pants outside and ask everybody what the score is and look at the ivy.
Yes, and then another ballpark apparently where it's acceptable to jump on the field and beat the other team.
That's
or
right.
Possibly shoot a gun out of your fat rolls.
Stabbing, shooting, all of it. 2 different experiences.
Well, the Cubs and the White Sox offer you a cornucopia of opportunities.
If it makes you feel any better, I'm quite sure the people who are jumping on the field and stabbing people at the Sox game are too coated in urine. Not just the Cubs fans.
Fair enough.
But I must warn you that in the Chicagoland area this summer, and I just saw some pictures of it because it just started to really blossom the last couple days, it is their 17-year cicada cycle.
Oh, in Chicago?
Oh, they are out, baby.
Oh, they got the cicadas,
I saw the Brood X. I saw a tree that had like 9 million cicadas on it.
Wow.
It was like a horror movie.
Yeah, I mean, I remember when we've had them here where they have the big broods. I don't know if we're in the area where we're going to have a ton of them this year, but I remember I've read about.
We always get a few. We got 15 more years.
No, what I'm saying is I think, yeah, you're right. Well, there's different ones at different times, aren't there?
Yes, but I mean, this is the big daddy.
Yes.
Just like a couple years ago, we had the big Brood X.
Yeah. This
17-year job.
Yeah, this is Static X is this Brood.
That's right.
That's the one it is, yeah. Wayne Static is up there in Chicago doing his thing.
Mm-hmm. Just telling you. I'm not saying cancel your trip. Well, I'm just saying be prepared for the cicadas.
But then don't they, after like a month, doesn't it kind of die down?
Yes, a couple weeks.
All right, so.
They come out of the ground, they molt, they shed their exoskeleton skin.
And then presumably there's a lot of fornicating. Yeah, I was going to say.
Then there's humping, and then it's a field day for the birds.
Yeah, because then they all die.
Well, the birds just eat them.
Oh, the birds eat them. Well, yeah, of course.
They'll die, and then the birds just pick them off, and it's free lunch for them. They get fat.
Yeah. By the way, if you are, as I have the last couple of years, getting into bird watching, insects that's what you need to know. If there's a bunch of insects around, there's going to be birds around. Like, just FYI. But yeah, I don't know if birds prefer the cicadas, or maybe there's something about cicadas that they don't like. I don't know.
Oh, no, they eat them.
Oh, they do?
They love them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
My aunt's a bird. She was telling me all about it.
Your aunt is a bird?
Yes, my aunt's a bird.
Sue Bird is your aunt, apparently. Your gal. My gal.
The Crew get another much-needed road win against Chicago on Saturday.
They were in there kicking the cicadas out of Chicago. Yeah.
No Cucho, but didn't matter.
You know what?
3-1 victory.
There's something with this team. One, let's be clear.
Here comes the Cucho actually sucks conversation with T-Bone.
Not at all. This team seems to have, with Christian Ramirez, when he's out there, he seems to do a really good job. They seem to like playing with a guy who plays the role he does. Not that he is the one always making everything happen, but he seems to have a little bit of a different role on this team than Cucho does when he's playing. Now, also remember that the last two games that the Crew have played, they've been playing Montreal and Chicago, who are not the best teams in the league.
I understand.
They didn't play them on the road, and they beat them soundly in both games.
You got to get road points. They did that.
Yeah, they've made up for a couple games they dropped at home where you're not expecting them to win. Chicago is one of the worst teams in the league, though. So it was actually pretty telling. The Crew ended up giving up after going up 2-0. They got a kind of a junk goal, Chicago did, to make it 2-1 late in this game. And it was almost like an accident. It kind of glanced off a guy's head and, fell in a good spot and got poked in. And then the Crew said, it was almost as if the team collectively said, well, that's BS. So we got to now get the BS goal back. We're just going to win 2-0.
Yeah.
But now that you got one, we got to go down and show you again. They went right down the field and then just had a beautiful little sequence and scored the third goal and pretty much showed Chicago, you're not in our league. And that's right. But I'm hopeful that means better things for the Crew going forward. They obviously need to get some confidence ahead of what's coming up in a couple of weeks when they play the CONCACAF Champions Cup final. And Cucho has been out with a little bit of a back issue, but previously, Wilfried Nancy had said on Wednesday night's game, which he missed in Montreal, he said he could have been on the bench or even started. We just decided to hold him out for precautionary reasons with his back. So hopefully that's all it is, and they're just keeping him fresh and ready to go for the big one coming up at Champions Cup.
Speaking of the soccer, Manchester City wins the Premier League again.
Yawn.
No likey?
Farmers League. That's what
is Farmers League?
That's a thing that British soccer fans have often thrown at other soccer leagues in Europe, like Germany. Germany's league has often been won by Bayern Munich. And so the joke is like, yeah, it's Bayern Munich and then a bunch of farmers, just a bunch of nobody teams that no one cares about. That's why Bayern wins all the time. Well, now the Premier League, they pretty much have to deal with that allegation, don't they? They've got 4 in a row from Manchester City.
Right. I mean, they did win it on the last day this year. It's not like they ran away with it.
You know what happened in Germany?
What's that?
Bayern Munich didn't win.
No?
Bayer Leverkusen won. Totally different team.
Leverkusen.
Bayer Neverlusen, as people call them, because they never lost all year. Pretty great. I'm just saying, England, your little joke. Over here in MLS, we got a new winner every year when it comes to MLS
put a stop
Cup.
To that.
Let's hope so.
Crew every year, baby.
I'm just saying, if Inter Miami with Messi, if that team wins this year or wins like a couple in a row, you will hear it from all over the world. You will hear it from Europe going, oh, look at that. Messi came in and just dominated that league. What do you say about Manchester City? They go in every year and clean up this league. Yeah, it was closer this year with Arsenal. But at the end of the day, you knew what was going to happen if you follow soccer at all. Manchester City was going to get that done.
Here's the question, because they have been talking about this. I don't know where the discussions stand, but they've been talking about putting a salary cap in.
Mm-hmm.
You know, does that solve the issue, putting a salary cap in? And then how does that affect the international competition? Because as these teams point out, look, it's not just about going and competing in the English Premier League. We then, like Man City, has to go play in the Champions League. They got to go against the best teams in the world. If you're going to stifle our salaries, we're not going to win those tournaments.
It's a very interesting question, and I will answer it by telling you a little story about what's currently going on in the Premier League, and you tell me if this sounds like they will ever be able to truly do a salary cap like we have here in North American sports.
Not all of them. We don't have one in baseball.
No, but
yes,
many of them have this. Everton has been subject to multiple violations of the code of how much you're allowed to pay players. They don't have a hard salary cap or anything, but they have these financial fair play rules that say you have to spend based on the amount of money you've taken in.
Okay.
They had, I think, 2 or 3 violations of that, and they were docked points.
Where they spent too much or didn't spend enough?
They spent too much.
Okay.
Spent too much, and then they were better, but then they were told, hey, you shouldn't have done this, and points were taken away from them, and they've been penalized and all this stuff. This was over a few violations. Manchester City has over 100 of these violations and has not been penalized with points or anything else. So
why?
I don't know. Maybe because of what you just said, that Manchester City's out there competing for Champions League, and it would look bad for the English teams to not compete as well in Champions League, even though technically they're not in Champions League final. That didn't work out. I'm just pointing out that might work if the big clubs are actually held to account.
I just don't understand the lack of punishment because, look, you have luxury tax in North American professional sports, and a lot of owners will say, yeah, all right, we'll go above the luxury tax because it's worth it to us. We'll pay the penalty.
Yeah.
If Manchester City says, yeah, all right, we'll get docked a couple points here, but it doesn't matter. It's ultimately going to make us a better team. But if you're saying there's no penalty whatsoever.
A lot of fans point to the fact, I'm not saying they're all right. I'm just saying that is kind of the perception in English Premier League soccer is that if you are one of the 2 or 3 biggest clubs, you can kind of get away with more in that regard.
That's stupid. I understand having more finances and resources. People accept that. But when you got 2 different sets of rules, then that's a problem.
I don't think they'll ever get anywhere fully with doing some kind of salary cap because of the fact that they have to go play in Europe. Like you said, they don't want to fall behind there, so they're never probably going to make the biggest clubs actually adhere to something like that.
Got one of the biggest things in sports, one of the best things in sports for my money going on tonight. You have a Game 7, Stanley Cup playoffs, Canucks hosting the Oilers, 9 o'clock on ESPN. Those Vancouver fans will be sitting on a firecracker the whole night, just ready to explode, if they're even sitting at all.
Oh, you'll pay for the whole seat, but you only need the edge, as they say. Right, you'll be right there on the edge of your seat.
I'm sure they'll have a big crowd in the plaza outside to watch this, too. I mean, look, I just love Game 7s in general, but especially here with a fan base in Vancouver that has not been relevant in a long time. Those fans are going to be jumping, and I'm sure it'll make for a great television product. And I don't give a crap who wins.
I don't either. What you're hoping for is a great game and a great atmosphere, which you should get the great atmosphere. We don't know how good the game will be, but... yeah, I mean, I guess I'd be rooting for the home team to win just to see the atmosphere and all that.
You know what that means?
What's that mean?
Michael Bublé.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Rimmer's going to talk about Michael Bublé all day on Wednesday.
Well, how's he doing? Is he going to be all right?
Last I heard from him, he was fine. He just couldn't pee.
Oh, that's right. Well, I hope that got fixed because this would be a hell of a weekend.
He was having problems urinating.
I'm sure he's thrilled that you've shared that.
Did you talk to him? First of all, he knows what I'm going to say.
Well, that's
Don't
fair.
share it with me if you don't want it shared with everybody. Did you talk to him, Teddy?
I've texted with him a few days ago, and he was doing well then.
Was he peeing?
I didn't ask him.
Okay.
Sorry.
You should have. Teddy, how dare you? How dare you not ask him?
Aaron Rodgers is spending the offseason at the bottom of the ocean. I'll tell you why coming up next. Colin Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza.
You'll hit a 10-minute slowdown due to an accident blocking the left lane on eastbound 161 near Hamilton Road, and another slowdown due to an accident blocking the right lane on westbound 670 at 315. This report is sponsored by Ohio Laborers and Ohio Lesset. The Ohio Laborers, more than hard hats and tools, they're Ohio's infrastructure backbone, shaping communities through vital projects. From efficient roads to solar energy facilities, they build for Ohio's future. Build Ohio right, build it Union. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Ohio, ready for some quick mental health facts? Let's go. Nearly 2 million Ohioans live with a mental health condition. In the U.S., more than 50% of people will be diagnosed with a mental illness in their lifetime. Depression is a leading cause of disability worldwide. So why are some of us still stigmatizing people living with a mental health condition when we know all of this? Let's listen to the facts and beat the stigma. Ohio, challenge what you know about mental health at beatthestigma.org.
Hollywood Lights! Set sail with excitement at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Saturday, May 25th, you could be the lucky winner of a 7-day, all-expenses-paid Caribbean cruise for two. Not a sailor? No problem. Opt for $15,000 in cold hard cash instead. Play your favorite slots and table games throughout May to earn entries. More details at HollywoodColumbus.com. Remember, your adventure awaits at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Need inspiration? Shop Kroger for over 30,000 mouth-watering. Everyone, fuel restrictions apply.
Check out this great deal on select beverages. Body Armor Super Drink, Powerade, or Arizona Tea are on sale for only 77 cents each with your card. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
My guys at Germain Lexus are getting ready for the Memorial. What they do every single year is they let the golfers drive around the beautiful Lexus for the week, then they take those cars and sell them to you. You could be driving Rory's car or mine, even though I'm not a golfer or barely a celebrity. You know what's going on right now? The celebration. No need to wait until Memorial Day. You got great deals like this. 2024 RX 350, 36-month lease, 10K miles per year, $499.99 down, $519 per month. 2 locations to serve you, Dublin and Easton, GermainLexus.com.
If you're obsessed with fantasy sports and gambling things, we have the slightly above average radio show for you. On the Money with Dave Biddle and Scotty Vegas.
Presented by the Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus.
Wednesday night at 8 on The Fan.
Common Man here for Universal Windows Direct. Spring is here, and it's only going to get hotter from here, folks. Don't cool off the outside this year. Call my guys at Universal Windows Direct. They are the best in the business. Who else backs it up with a true 20-year warranty? Give them a call, 614-502-5220 to schedule your free in-home estimate today. For every 2 windows you buy, the next 2 free. Plus 0% financing for 60 months. That is 5 years. Restrictions apply. Check them out online, uwd.com.
Did you know 38% of Ohio's teenagers have spent money on gambling in video and online games? Items like mystery boxes, skins, and spin to win mimic gambling, putting children at a higher risk of experiencing a gambling disorder as an adult. So get in the know about youth gambling and start the conversation with discussion guides, parent resources, and more at ChangeTheGameOhio.org. That's ChangeTheGameOhio.org.
Bobby Carpenter here for Affinity Whole Health, the leader in the testosterone and hormone replacement therapy game. And weight loss too, that's right. Affinity offers semaglutide injections for weight loss in addition to their testosterone treatments so you can lose weight and build muscle. They customize a plan directly for you. They added peptides to my TRT. They've added semaglutide with my friend's testosterone, and the results are amazing. They're pumped about summertime and pool season, so check them out at feelgreatcolumbus.com. That's feelgreatcolumbus.com.
Flexible, secure, fun. Oh, and great pay, too. Are you not sure what you want to do for a career? Or are you thinking of changing careers? Being a dental hygienist or dental assistant may be the perfect fit for you and provides all of these perks, plus more. Talk with a dentist in your community or visit ODA.org to learn more. Become a valuable member of the dental team and start helping people love their smile. This message is brought to you by the members of the Ohio Dental Association.
Not wearing your seatbelt could cost you a ticket or your life. Don't risk it. Click it or ticket. Paid for by NHTSA.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Plenty of sunshine, light winds, and hot on this Monday. Temperatures near 90 degrees. Overnight falling back down to the low to mid-60s. Partly cloudy skies and light winds. More heat and humidity on Tuesday and the slight chance of a late-day shower or storm. Highs near 90 degrees. With your Doppler 10 forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
And from every dime a dog night in the Midwest, because he's fat. Here's Man and Bone.
The segment that's not a segment, Yikes, is coming up at 4:34. Just a reminder, you can watch us live on YouTube if you want to. The show's the same. You just get to see our ugly faces. Just go to YouTube, search 971thefan.com, click on the live stream. I have a message here on the burner phone.
Okay.
From someone calling themselves Kristen's grandpa's bottom half. What kind of watch is Big Daddy wearing? That thing was sparkling in the YouTube stream. Actually, not a watch today. It is a friendship bracelet.
All right, is your name Big Daddy?
That my daughter... Oh, is that you?
No.
He's talking to you?
Big Daddy Paul Keels is on the YouTube stream.
Oh, I didn't even think about
That's
that.
what he's talking
I thought
about.
you were talking about my bracelet that my daughter made me.
Tell him about your bracelet. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I'm just saying. I got a bracelet here. She made me a beaded bracelet. It says, I love Samantha on mine.
That's nice.
And she has one that she wears that says, I love Dad.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And when we wear them, we can be together even though we're not together.
Well, that's sweet.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were referring to.
Almost to a nauseating level of sweetness.
The watch that Keels is wearing, I have no idea.
Well, yeah, that's what, because people can see him when he does the sports.
I didn't even think about Big Daddy being Paul Keels. I'm stupid.
I've actually had a few people on YouTube on this live stream when I've looked at the comments. They're shocked to find out that Paul Keels, is actually located here in our building and comes in and talk. I don't know. He's talked on our show before. He does sports centers here for decades. I don't know. Do people think he lives in a castle somewhere? I mean, he is obviously the voice of the Buckeyes. It is almost like hearing the voice of God for some Buckeye fans. I totally understand that. He also has a regular job, which is when he's not calling Buckeye football and basketball games, and sometimes baseball, he is doing his job here, which is doing sports centers and otherwise helping us voice stuff, things like that.
Keeping us in line.
Well, that too.
I've had a desk next to Paul for 20 years almost.
Yeah, he's been in the office ever since I couldn't believe it either. When I first was introduced and walking around, they said, and that's where Paul Keels sits. And I thought, he doesn't have his own office? They don't give him a different wing?
He doesn't want one.
No, he's there.
He's a man of the people.
With all of the rest of us idiots, he's out there.
Aaron Rodgers is always looking for an edge, right? He had the darkness retreat and all the stuff he puts into his body that he says is healthy, and listening to dolphins have sex, heals his Achilles, all of that. So I thought of him when I read this today. Retired naval officer Joseph Dituri was living in a compact pod in the depths of the Atlantic Ocean for 93 days.
Okay.
His extraordinary feat wasn't just an adventure. It was a groundbreaking study about what the effects were of living underwater in a pressurized environment on the human body. He emerged from his 100-square-foot pod with extraordinary results. So he set the world record. The previous world record was 73 days. He crushed that.
I guess so. So how? Well, go ahead. I'm sure you'll get to it. I was going to say, how far underwater are we talking? What's the specifics here?
I don't know. I gotta look.
Oh, okay. So we know he was underwater. We don't know how far under.
10 feet, I believe.
Well, right. I don't know.
It's not 10 feet.
Well, you said the depths. I didn't know what they do. Drop him down there looking for the Titanic. How far down did he go?
He's down there far enough where it's a pressurized situation.
Well, okay. All right. So he's underwater.
I'm just reading the story here.
He lived underwater for a certain amount of time, 100 days or whatever you said.
No, it was 93 days.
93 days.
93 days.
What a wuss.
He shattered the record. He also turned back the aging clock, emerging from his pod 10 years younger.
Huh?
Wait.
How?
After returning to dry land, medical assessments revealed that his telomeres, which are DNA caps at the end of the chromosomes that typically shrink with age, were 20% longer than before his dive.
Oh.
His telomeres grew. Bo.
Oh, well, if you can grow your telomeres, then I think you got to get right under the water.
That's not all, though. I need something.
You okay?
I feel like Vito Stellino. Give me some pornography. Oh. Hey. His stem cell count had also skyrocketed, and his overall health metrics had undergone a remarkable transformation.
Okay.
But the benefits didn't end there. He experienced a significant improvement in sleep quality, with 60 to 66% of his nights now spent in deep REM sleep. His cholesterol levels plummeted by 72 points. His inflammatory markers had been slashed in half.
Okay.
These transformations were attributed to the underwater pressure, which is known to have numerous positive effects on the body.
So it was under more pressure under there, right? Not less?
Yes, more pressure.
Yeah, because you're under the water.
Yeah.
Clearly.
I'm just saying, he's a new man.
Okay.
We should all be going to the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah, I don't know that I'm going to just sign up right for that immediately just to get the health benefits. But you're right. Someone like Aaron Rodgers would probably read this and instantly start calling his travel agent or whoever you call to say, get me into that chamber. Get me under there. I need to be down there like for days on end so I can get these benefits.
Now,
also, I want to point out, he did set a record, right?
Yes.
For the amount of time. So for the average person to do this, presumably we're all not record setters. We're all not going to be able to be down there for 90-some days.
Well, no, but perhaps what they can do then is they can recreate what it's like. They can create a pressurized chamber that's on land.
Yeah.
For us to use.
Maybe. That's fair. Now, this is me being a hating-ass hater. You ready?
Okay.
If we found, like Michael Phelps, is Michael Phelps capable of swimming faster than most humans?
Yes.
Okay. So he presumably has done a lot of swimming in his life. Yes. So one could look at that and go, well, the more you swim, look at all these biomarkers. Like if they check Michael Phelps and they find, oh, man, his cholesterol is down. Ever since he started swimming, it went down. Like you might say that's due to the swimming, or you might say it's due to he's Michael Phelps. And that's what I don't know here with this guy, right? Wouldn't we need probably more testing to figure out to what level this could be attributed to?
I got to crap on this guy.
I'm not crapping
Aaron
on
Rodgers is in a submarine right now, trying to get as low as he possibly can with his buddy Joe Rogan.
I'm not crapping on this guy. I'm just saying I don't think most. If I could stay 5 days underwater and not come back up and be okay with I'm sure the cell phone service down there is not great. I'm sure you're not getting Domino's delivered.
I was going to say, you put me in a place for 93 days where I can't get Taco Bell, my cholesterol is going to go down by 70 points,
I think everyone's going to be doing a little bit better if it's so in this isolation chamber where I'm eating probably a healthy diet of whatever they'll give me down there, but it's not going to be just whatever you want whenever you feel like it. You probably have to learn some self-discipline. You're probably sleeping a lot. Probably don't have a lot of distractions and a lot of stress. And at some point, you probably just can chill out. And maybe your body just responds to chilling out.
What was the thing that Anthony Gonzalez used to sleep in? Was it a hyperbolic chamber?
Hyperbaric, I think.
Hyperbaric?
Hyperbolic would be a chamber that's you're awesome! Way to sleep! It's just yelling at you. Incredible! Oh my God!
Hyperbaric chamber. That's right.
Hyperbolic
so
chamber
how is that
different.
different than this? Because doesn't that...
I don't know does the hyperbaric add or take away pressure? That's what I don't know. This is how dumb I am because I don't know how
dumb.
I really know nothing about pressures. I got to be honest.
And why would you?
Well, because
it'd be weird if you did.
That's fair. No, but you know what though? I do have a lot of random weird stuff. When it comes to cars, I know a little bit more than the average bird.
You don't know anything.
When it comes to birds, I know a little bit more than the average car nut. You know what I mean? I got a little bit of that.
The segment that's not a segment, Yikes, is coming up next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza.
There's an accident blocking the left lane on northbound 315 at Town Street. Police are on scene there, causing some delay. And you'll also hit a slowdown on northbound 71 on the north side between 670 and 17th Avenue. This report is sponsored by Donato's Pizza. Every piece is important. Donato's is bringing you huge savings on a large pizza. For a limited time, get a large one-topping pizza for just $10.99. Yes, $10.99. When you order online and pick it up, use promo code PICKUP. Limit of 5 pizzas. Pick up your Donato's and save today. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Hey there, friends. Bo Bishop here, and the playoff action is here. And there isn't a more rewarding sportsbook in the game than Tipico. Get ready to bet on the biggest games of the year, the playoff basketball, the hockey, the actions every night. You want to make the most of every game? You've got to bet with Tipico. You'll get up to 5% cash back on your bets. Claim your new sign-up bonus now and get $150 in protected bets when you deposit $100. Sign up now. Enter the promo code TheFan150 to get your bonus. Download the Tipico Sportsbook app today. Must be 21 or older and physically located in Ohio. Terms and conditions do apply. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Big things are happening on the east side. We're ready to deal. Come negotiate during May's Dealin' Days at Lindsay Honda. Lower payments, better financing, more value for any trade. Shop lindsayhonda.com and see new Hondas with thousands in savings, plus many other deals. We'll work hard to get you a payment you can afford. Now, during May Dealin' Days at Lindsay Honda.
Honda makes the cars, Lindsay makes the difference.
See lindsayhonda.com for program details.
The standing room only. with all eyes on the 18th green.
There was some speed to this.
The sudden roars.
Gauged it just right.
That Sunday celebration.
From Oslo to Ohio, Victor Hovland is the champion.
It's Better Live. Join us at the Memorial Tournament presented by Workday, June 3rd through 9th. Visit memorialtickets.com today.
Hey there, friends. It's Bo Bishop here, and I'm proud to tell you about my friends at the Diamond Cellar. I've been a customer for over 15 years, and springtime is the giving season, and everything from weddings to anniversaries, new babies, graduations, everything in between. I'm here to tell you firsthand, there is no better place to find the perfect gift for any occasion than the Diamond Cellar. As a true jeweler, they have the finest selection of luxury jewelry from world-class designers, where they can create something one of a kind just for you. It's Diamond Cellar. Check them out. Sawmill Road, Easton Town Center, or diamondcellar.com.
Morning Juice.
You are now in the headspace with the crew of being potentially the best ever MLS team to play. This is the best ever assembly of MLS talent.
Morning Juice.
Sponsored by Affinity Whole Health.
Weekday mornings at 6. The Fan.
Common Man and T-Bone here for the Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus.
It's our absolute favorite place to go for that live VIP sportsbook experience. 12,000 square feet of sportsbook action. 2 huge walls of TVs, not to mention delicious food and drink. But your experience can be even better if you download the Penn Play app.
Yep, you can get up to $140 in rewards. It's so easy, dummies like us can do it. Got to download the free Penn Play app today and cash in your bonuses. Plus, you never know, and you'll see Man and I lurking around.
I'm lurking. Must be 21 or over. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Are you confident letting just anyone on the roof of your home? I'm Craig Schottenstein, owner of Schottenstein Roofing. Our team is dedicated to delivering outstanding value on every roof we repair or replace. Schottenstein Roofing. Go to schottensteinroofing.com.
The Sign and Drive Green Tag event continues, offering 0% for 84 months with no money down on a John Deere compact utility tractor with loader. Limited time offer. Visit your local Ag Pro today. Offer ends May 31st, 2024. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
Every so often in medicine, something comes along that is truly revolutionary.
Dr. Mitchell Scheinkup, former orthopedic surgeon, now National Medical Director at QC Kinetics.
I believe this is one of those things.
Dr. Scheinkup is talking about regenerative medicine, something he's practiced, researched, and written about for nearly 2 decades.
The old ways of dealing with joint pain, such as steroids and surgery, are no longer the best ways.
If you have pain from arthritis or injury, you owe it to yourself to learn more about this exciting option, using your own body's natural power to get lasting relief. And there's no better place to learn than QC Kinetics.
There is no one in this country today with more clinics, more satisfied patients, more advanced protocols, or more experience in using this exciting option to deliver life-changing results.
Call QC Kinetics now for your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. We love what moves you. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Back when I was banging, this show slapped. Whatever the hell that means. You're listening to Common Man and T-Bone.
Bone and I do all our banging at Hollywood Casino Columbus, specifically the marvelous 12,000 square foot sports book that's right there in the center. There's a reason why the sports book is right in the center of the casino, because it's the heart of the casino.
It is.
Everything else just feeds into it.
It is both the cardio and the vascular of that entire operation.
Very vascular.
Yeah.
Very vascular.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So if you want to have a great day.
Or evening. Morning. I don't know if there's a lot of live sports to
bring
do.
the kids.
If they're over 21, sure can.
Yeah, or you can just hide them.
You are big on hiding kids.
Hide the kids.
I'm not a big fan of that. I got to be honest. Just be straight up when you walk in there and say, I got no kids.
They got these pants now where you can put a gallon of milk right in your crotch.
You keep saying that. I've never seen these pants.
I see them advertised.
Must be nice. Be getting those ads. I'm not getting any. I'm not getting any
talking
ads.
about Jinkos?
I'm not getting any ads for like
Jinkos.
Hey, do you have too much going on down there? You need some more room? Never do I get that. It's always like, hey, you don't need this.
Why don't you wear Jinkos then?
Yeah, there you go. You should wear the Jinko jeans.
How about Jason Day's pants? It's probably
sure.
Yeah, isn't that what he said? What's that called? Like Malbon or something?
Yeah, I think
the new
right,
golf
Timmy.
brand he's wearing. I thought they were rain pants the first time they showed a picture of him.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
He's hiding a baby in there.
Why would you hide a baby in there?
No one knows.
Why not? Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem. Call 1-800.
Couldn't get a babysitter.
Gambler. That's right.
Well, then no. Then
It's
just
cooler
than one of those baby Bjorn things.
Is it Bjorn?
Bjorn Borg
I think
as
it was,
well hides in the pants.
I thought it was Baby Bjork. Is what I actually thought it was called.
I think it is.
That's what the baby's. That's what the baby's saying, right?
I said Bjorn.
No. It is probably Bjorn. I hope it is.
No, I think I'm not sure now.
I don't know either. Who knows?
Yikes time. Things are not going well for Under Armour. At one point, they were growing by 20% every single year. They were considered a threat to Nike's dominance. Now, not. Market capitalization, commonly called market cap,
I've heard of that.
I'm just telling people, is the total market value of a publicly traded company's outstanding shares and is commonly used to measure how much a company is worth. Back in 2016, Under Armour's market cap was $26 billion.
That
now,
seems like a lot.
$2.87 billion. Yikes. For comparison, Nike's market cap is $137 billion. Yikes. Back in 2015, Under Armour's stock was over $50. Now, $6. Yikes. Notre Dame is the most notable Under Armour school. Let's see if those checks still clear. Yikes.
I guess it's because I keep going to the outlet and not buying it direct. I keep getting all the cheap stuff. I don't know. This tweet came in from noted pollster and guy who does a lot of predictive analytics, Nate Silver, 538 is his website. As the WNBA gains more attention, it's time to confront an uncomfortable reality. Kind of weird to name a sports team, or anything really, the Fever, isn't it? Yeah, I that's probably the only one we need to work on there, Nate. Not, like the baseball teams that are named after socks. I don't know, maybe the Jazz in Utah comes up. In fact, most team names of anything are kind of weird and stupid. Oklahoma City's basketball team is literally named after Thunder. I'm just saying, at some point, they're all kind of weird, and they're also kind of not weird because it's sports. Move along, Nate. It's fine to call them the Indiana Fever, and also, yikes.
The Maryland Eastern Shore baseball team, they finished their season 0-48. Yikes. They're the first Division I team to finish winless since St. Peter's went 0-38 back in 2017. Yikes. They were 0-30 in conference, 0-14 at home, 0-31 on the road, and 0-3 at neutral sites. Yikes. They had a team ERA of 11.32, and their opponent's batting average was 342.
Yikes. No one mentions places in songs more than the Red Hot Chili Peppers. You may think a lot of their songs are about California, and you'd be right. But they pretty much mention every other place on earth at least once. No one loves themselves some geography like the Chili Peppers. Turns out, I found some data on this. The average Red Hot Chili Peppers song throws out a California reference about 0.78 times. That's almost one California per song.
Wow.
In their entire catalog. Yikes. California, Los Angeles, and Hollywood combined to rack up over 123 mentions. Just something for your brain. And yikes.
Mike, scientists have been studying the effect that microplastics have on the human body, and, well, they found some microplastics in the worst place for men, at least, the human testicles. According to researchers,
we all have them.
They said the discovery might be linked to an issue that's been plaguing men for years, declining sperm counts. Yes. Mm-hmm. Scientists tested 23 human testes as well as 47 testes from pet dogs. They found microplastic pollution in every sample. Not some of the samples, the majority of the samples, every single one. So it sounds like we were all just full of microplastics. I don't know what to do with that information, but it sounds bad. Yikes.
All right, I got more college baseball for you.
Yeah, look at you.
Right. Birmingham Southern College. They're shutting down on May 31st after 158 years of existence. Their baseball team, which plays in Division III, they just advanced to the Super Regionals. So if they continue to advance and move on to the D3 World Series, they'll be playing for a school that no longer exists. Yikes. However, this is not going to happen because the Super Regional It's in Granville against second-ranked Denison.
My guys.
And they'll be looking for their first ever D3 World Series. So go Big Red, and if you don't like Big Red, then blank you. Yikes.
That's right. Let's go, Denison. Knock out these posers. Don't fake ass having school. Yeah, get them out of there.
Got a little financial bent to my yikes today. Homeowners insurance. That's a thing, right?
Of course.
In the state of Ohio, homeowners insurance premiums average around $1,100 for a dwelling costing $300,000. That's about $1,000 below the national average because we're not prone to a ton of disasters. California is around $1,400, which is not bad considering they may fall into the ocean at any time, right?
Well, fair enough.
The states prone to tornadoes can get up there. It's $5,500 in Nebraska. Yikes. But Florida, my friends. Florida. Try on $11,000.
What?
Yikes. That is per $300,000 dwelling.
Wow.
So if you live in a $600,000 dwelling, do the math. That's $22,000. And you'll also pay the highest car insurance rates in the country as well. Yikes. So good news. No state income tax.
That is okay.
That's good news.
Yeah.
Bad news. Everything else puts you in the poorhouse. Yikes.
Kidding. I had no idea. Slipknot performed last night at a little thing called Sonic Temple here in Columbus, but they did so without one of the band's oldest members. Sean Crahan, a.k.a. Clown, was not seen on the setup with all the other guys. He is, of course, one of their percussionists. He's their percussionist, not their drummer, the percussionist. Anyway, Corey Taylor, their singer, addressed the absence, telling the crowd, first things first, we're missing one of our brothers. Clown yesterday broke a tooth, had to have it removed. There is an issue. He had to stay home for medical reasons, but he insisted we come here and play this show for every one of you. I'm cleaning up all the swear words that were apparently in there.
You're talking about it like he's got leukemia.
Right. I mean, the good news is he'll be back eventually, but if you were at Sonic Temple and you missed seeing one of the members of Slipknot, it's okay. There were 8 other guys out there with them. In either case, yikes.
All right. Dolphins wide receiver Tyreek Hill. He and his wife are expecting their first child together. How about that? Yeah, it's nice. Congratulations to them. However, this won't be his first child. This will be his 11th kid. Yikes. Yes, he will have 11 children with 5 different women. Yikes. And 4 of them are born just this year.
Wow. Four of them this year?
Yes.
Wow. Imagine if he didn't have microplastics in his sack.
No kidding, man.
They don't call him a cheater for nothing.
Wow. That's something.
Yeah, and he's still no Antonio Cromartie, though. The former NFL player, he's got 14 kids with 8 different women. Yikes.
Yeah, but have 4 ever been had in 1 year?
I don't think so. That's a record.
Boy, that's a lot of birthdays. I mean, it's a lot of birthdays to keep track of, but then they're all like 1 year where you're going to have how many kids? 4 of them?
Yeah, 4
in 1 year.
Yeah.
So you're going to have like 4 Sweet 16s and 4 like whatever. Like you're going to all these like life events.
That's one magic woman too.
He said there were 5 different partners. I don't know how that correlates to 4 children when there's 5 partners.
They're just shooting out.
I don't know what's going on there, but
all right, I'll catch the next one.
He is a wide receiver.
He did lead the league in drops though last year.
Oh boy, that's no good.
What's next? You know what? Let's talk about Nebraska football, shall we?
Oh, we always love to get into some corn husker talk.
Yes, we're going to do some husking of the corn next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza.
You'll find a 10-minute slowdown on eastbound 70 on the east side between James Road and 270, and just a few-minute delay on eastbound 270 on the north outer belt between 315 and 71. This report is sponsored by Donato's Pizza. Every piece is important. Donato's is bringing you huge savings on a large pizza. For a limited time, get a large one-topping pizza for just $10.99. Yes, $10.99. When you order online and pick it up, use promo code PICKUP. Limit of 5 pizzas. Pick up your Donato's and save today. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Scotty Vegas here. When I stepped on the scale in January, it read 236 pounds. Now here in May, 192. Usually the only math I do is figuring out odds, but this math is easy. I lost 44 pounds with Awaken 180, And now I'm on the maintenance plan with Awaken 180. My meetings with my coach Patrick every week were more of a celebration. He taught me I could lose weight, lose it fast, and now keep it off. My tennis team, who I hadn't seen since last summer, couldn't stop talking about my new speed around the court. After my last match, I even walked 18 holes afterwards. And the energy, it was incredible. The great thing is, I was enjoying bacon, steak, and a lot of my favorite foods during this Awaken 180 journey. If you're ready to start the journey too, then make your own Bacon 180 with Awaken 180. Online at awaken180weightloss.com. That's awaken180weightloss.com.
Summer is almost here, and NBC4 Today is giving you a chance to swim in cash. Get ready for summer. Check out NBC4 Today every morning, and you could win $400. Watch to win all this week on NBC4 Today at 6 a.m.
Monday, the moment of truth has arrived.
It's the live finale of The Voice on NBC.
This is what we've been waiting for all season.
5 artists perform live to win America's vote.
So you got to watch live and you got to vote for your favorite.
Which coach will claim bragging rights as champion of The Voice?
Reba McEntire, Chance the Rapper, Dan and Shay, or John Legend.
Anyone could win.
I know, so do not miss this, the season finale of The Voice.
Live Monday on NBC.
Tonight beginning at 8 on NBC4. Local for you. Summer is almost here, and NBC4 Today is giving you a chance to swim in cash. Get ready for summer. Check out NBC4 Today every morning, and you could win $400. Watch to win all this week on NBC4 Today at 6 a.m.
The Buckeye Show.
Devin Royal's got to become a three-point shooter. Not afraid to fire it. Devin looks like he wants to score lots of points. And you know what, Devin? I want you to score lots of points.
The Buckeye Show.
Sponsored by Schottenstein Roofing and Care Source.
Weeknights at 6 on The Fan.
Your Memorial Day weekend haul can be found with one stop at Meijer. Pick up fresh from Meijer 80% lean ground beef family pack for just $2.99 a pound. Plus, buy 5, save $5 on Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce, Breyer's ice cream, and 24-pack Coca-Cola or Pepsi products, plus deposit where applicable. And rev up your savings and earn 50 points per gallon of gas pumped at any Meijer Express through June 1st. Get everything you need for Memorial Day this week at Meijer. Exclusions apply. See all the deals in the Meijer app.
Most businesses have one tagline.
How boring is that?
Which is why at Sunny Street Cafe, we've got 7.
Yes, please.
Like our number 6.
Sunny Street Cafe, the fancy pancake place.
Amazing fancy.
Now with 8 locations.
Tire Discounters announces our latest breakthrough, TD Chat BS. This software allows us to detect untruths, deceptions, and even outright lies. Let's listen in as we call a local car dealer.
Hi, I drive your model of auto or truck. I need servicing.
Oh, that's great. You should always call the dealer for service to make sure your warranty stays intact.
Untruth.
Excuse me?
I can attend at Tire Discounters for all services, even for all manufacturers' scheduled maintenance. Warranty not affected.
But it's only us dealers who really know our own models.
Deception. Tire Discounters ASE technicians are certified experts for all makes and models.
Okay, maybe.
How many dollars do you charge me for? As few as Tire Discounters?
We are not that much more.
Outright lie. Ending call now. Bye. Adios. Aloha. Hasta la pasta.
Don't miss Tire Discounters Savor the Summer Sale. Details at tirediscounters.com.
If your garage door is so ugly that hanging a picture of your mother-in-law on it would actually make it look better, we are Deluxe Door Systems. For 30 years, transforming the look of people's homes with beautiful Clopay doors. DeluxeDoorSystems.com.
Want to know anything about the Fans contest, how to win, or what's up for grabs? Check out 971thefan.com. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Best known for their contributions to the fast food breakfast world. This is Man and Bone.
Bone, you know what we learned today?
What's that, man?
Chops, who you can hear on Bishop and Friends every single day, 9 to noon, right here on The Fan, is a big Def Leppard fan.
Well, maybe you learned that today.
You already knew that?
Well, I've learned this about Chops because I've asked him, being a younger man than me, I'll ask him about like a newer band or something that I'll hear maybe in pop music or whatever, and I'll say, is that something you listen to? And he'll know of it, but he'll say, yeah, it's not really my thing. And I'll say, what is your thing? And then he'll proceed to tell me about a song from before I was born.
My guy.
Yeah, he is an older soul when it comes to the music, I believe.
Well, he was wearing a big Def Leppard hoodie today.
Yeah.
Banging. I loved it. But there's a little scandal going on right now with Def Leppard. Are you aware of it?
What's that? No.
Apparently, people are trying to scam Def Leppard fans by sending them messages claiming to be Joe Elliott, lead singer of Def Leppard. Yeah.
Well, that's no good.
Asking for money.
How would someone fall? Again, walk me through this. I'm a random person who lives a normal life. I don't know Joe Elliott from Def Leppard. He then gets my phone number.
Well, no, they wouldn't message you.
Oh, okay.
What they would do is they'd probably, message all the people that have in their social media profile, huge Def Leppard fan.
Okay, still, I'm saying like a normal person who is a Def Leppard fan, and that guy says, hey, I'm the lead singer of the band you love. I'm hard up for cash. Can you spare $20? And then people send them this?
Yes.
They're not instantly skeptical of the idea that it seems odd that my favorite band.
The people who fall for these scams?
Well, all right. I'm just saying that seems like one that's a little awkward. That's all. That would
Def
be odd.
Leppard and Joe Elliott released a video today. Joe Elliott said, I don't need your money, okay? I would never, ever ask you for money because my wife's divorcing me or my leg fell off or I need a glass eye. It's complete and utter horse's blank. Anyone who sends you an email claiming that they're me or they're going to take you on a date or I don't know, my house fell over, it's not true. So this apparently is happening enough.
Man.
Where they're sending out videos to people saying, do not send people claiming to be me or a member of the band your money. Thank you.
Well, see, I forget, though. I mean, there has been a long trend of people trying to scam the elderly, and I guess Def Leppard fans now fall squarely into that category.
Why wouldn't they?
Right.
Joe Elliott is elderly.
That's what I'm saying. Right. Other than Chops, obviously, there's a lot of, younger fans, too, but there's some fans who've been there since day one.
Elderly.
The Chops is... How is he like the elderly?
Because he's an old soul.
I see what you're saying.
Thinks like an older person.
Joe Elliott's 64 years old.
No, I know. Yeah. Trust me, man. I'm saying there's a lot of fans who fit in that category now who might be at the point where they get scammed, I guess. I don't know.
Who's your all-time favorite singer?
All time?
In music? Music, yes.
But who's your all-time guy or gal?
Were you just talking about singing ability or?
No, I'm just you're the ultimate. You're a Bon Jovi, right? All-time favorite.
I mean, he can't sing anymore.
No, but I'm just saying you're gaga over him as a kid. Would you ever, if he needed $10, say it wasn't I'm hard up for cash, but if he didn't have his wallet and you were hanging out, you'd buy him something, wouldn't you?
If he was in front of me?
You'd pay for his lunch or something like that. Hey, I forgot my wallet. Can you hook me up
But
here?
if I got an email from John Bon Jovi,
right,
I'd say, that's not him. I'm going to delete it now.
But what if it really was? And you could confirm that it was Bon Jovi. Would you help him?
I'd help him if I could confirm it.
Sure, you'd help.
Timmy, you just hit on why this scam works, because people go, this is probably not whoever it is. But what if it is? I miss out on this one opportunity to connect with that person. I may never have it again. And then they get scammed.
Right.
That's exactly it.
I get to give Dave Matthews $50 right now.
You would do it, wouldn't you?
Thank you, a little baby.
Well, if I get a text message from, say, Ronnie James Dio telling me he's hard up for cash, I'll say, you died 14 years ago. So that doesn't seem like a thing. May he rest in peace.
Nebraska was going to spend $450 million on their football stadium with a renovation. Okay. Well, Trev Alberts, who was the one who announced this in 2022, he gone now.
Mm-hmm.
He went to Texas A&M to take over for Ross Bjork, who is coming here to take over for Gene.
Sure.
And I guess now that Trev Alberts is gone, the appetite is not there to really go through with everything. So they say they're going to scale the renovation back.
All right.
No word on how much they're actually going to spend, but it will be north of $10.
Well, so they said they were going to tear down one of the end zones, I believe, one of the stands in the end zone, which was going to severely limit capacity. And now I guess what they're talking about doing is instead doing something more along the sidelines. They're trying to get more seats that are actual, not just bench seating. They want to get seats with backs and actually
seats with backs.
Well, that's important, right?
I understand.
People want to feel that support for their back.
Mm-hmm. When they move to the Big 12. Go on back.
Yeah, you know what? threaten it all you want. We'd love to see you leave. We got other teams we could fill this place with. Hey, in fact, I mean, Florida State's trying to, they're trying to get somewhere.
Let me tell you something, buddy.
I'm telling you.
You got Clemson and Florida State. And every insider because didn't they have some sort of meetings last week? Was it?
That feels right.
ACC something meeting. Anyway.
Probably like a media day or something.
Anyone who was there said this is not a tenable situation. This is a powder keg. It's going to erupt at some point, and it's going to be about the demise of the ACC. Because Florida State and Clemson have no desire to stick. And as soon as they're able to show in court, okay, you want me to pay a penalty? Fine, I'll pay a penalty. We're gone.
Yeah, I have said for a long time on this, I feel like these deals are only as good as all the parties who are willing to participate in them. Once a few of these conference members decide we don't want to be a party to this anymore, all it takes is another one or two of those party members to join up, and suddenly they're going to have a pretty significant chunk of that conference and say, what even is this conference? We're all wanting out of it. We can't just claim that this thing is working for everybody when it's not. They will eventually get their way and get out. I don't know how much it'll cost them, but I don't think it'll cost them the amount of the grant of rights that would take them out of, 2035 when they could finally get out of it. They will not have to pay all of that.
Bone?
Yes, man.
Fat Boy Food Tap? Coming up next. Colin Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza.
There's a 10-minute slowdown due to an accident blocking the left lane on eastbound 161 near Hamilton Road. And we've got slower traffic on southbound 270 on the East Outer Belt between Main Street and I-70. This report is sponsored by Michael Foods. Michael Foods in West Jefferson, producer of Premier Protein Shakes, is hiring packaging machine operators, maintenance technicians, and quality technicians. Benefits like paid PTO, 401k with 6% match, and more. Apply today at michaelfoods.com/careers. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Are you confident letting just anyone on the roof of your home? I'm Craig Schottenstein, owner of Schottenstein Roofing. Our team is dedicated to delivering outstanding value on every roof we repair or replace. Schottenstein Roofing. Go to schottensteinroofing.com.
Common Man here. Let me tell you about my new friends, Sell for 1% Realtors. This is a new company for me. They were interested in working with me, so they went for a CAT scan. When that passed, I needed to meet the family to see what they were all about, if they were a good fit. And when I say meet the family, I mean it. Sell for 1% is totally family run right here in Columbus. The premise is almost too good to be true. They sell your house for 1% commission, not 6%. That's it. And they do everything you'd expect from the 6% people. This is full service, not a discount service. Here's how they do it. Technology has made the realtor's job easier, from taking photos to signing documents on your phone, but their prices have remained the same, even though the realtor's not putting in the same time they used to. Sell for 1% passes the savings on to you because they know you're going to be impressed with the service and then tell people about it. On average, customers save over $10,000 in commissions. I didn't know about these guys 10 years ago. Don't be stupid like me and pay more than you have to. If you're selling, give my guys a call, 614-451-6616. That's 451-6616.
Ever fight the good fight? That's pretty much my go-to move. I always want to come through for the people that count on us, to stand up for what's right, and I'll never stop fighting that fight. But when it comes to word games, I pick my battles. Take tune-ups. In Columbus, tune-up now seems to mean cursory inspection instead of deep cleaning and maintenance. And as much as I'd love to set the record straight, that ship has sailed. So for now on, my Eco AC technicians won't call them tune-ups. They'll Ecofy, Servicefy, and Restorify your AC.
Restorify? Son, I don't think your cornbread's done in the middle.
Look, if people want to call a drive-by inspection and sales pitch a tune-up, I don't want to fight them on the label. Whether you want to call it an eco-ification or not. The important part is we'll get your system fully cleaned, greened, and recalibrated to factory spec condition. Want a con job mislabeled as a tune-up? Call someone else. Want to Ecofy your AC back to perfect working order for only $89? Call
GetEco.com.
Now at UDF, buy 3 everyday favorites with UDrive Plus to quickly stack an extra 20 cents in gas savings. That includes drinks like Coke and Sprite, Pepsi, and Mountain Dew. And that adds up. UDF, made for you. Specially marked products with an opted-in UDrive account.
This offer is only available at Reichert Ford. 0% financing for 72 months on every 2023 Ford F-150 in stock. Take advantage of Reichert's rate before it's too late. Lock in your 0% rate and take a new truck home today. Thousands of vehicles are waiting at ReichertFord.com.
See dealer for details. N6324.
Exclusively at Reichert Ford. 0% for 72 months is now available on every new 23 F-150 in stock. Hundreds of trucks at ReichertFord.com. We're dealing.
Get the right car at Reichert.
We're dealing.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good afternoon. I'm Paul Keels. Baseball. Cleveland Guardians start a series at home of the New York Mets tonight. Tyler Megill will pitch for the Mets. Ben Lively for the Guardians, who've won 3 in a row and hold a game-and-a-half lead in the AL Central. Off night for both the Cincinnati Reds and the Columbus Clippers. Meanwhile, in baseball today, first of a doubleheader, San Diego beat Atlanta 6-5, and in the 7th in Toronto, the Blue Jays lead the Chicago White Sox 5-3. Game 7 of the NHL Western Conference semis tonight. Edmonton at Vancouver. The Canucks will be without a key part of their lineup. Right wing Brock Besser out with a blood clot. Besser leads the Canucks in goals and points scored in the playoffs. Winner will advance to the Western Finals to face Dallas. NBA postseason on hold until tomorrow, and Indiana plays at Boston in Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals. The Western Finals start Wednesday with Dallas at Minnesota. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
We tried unplugging and then plugging them back in. It didn't help. This is Man and Bone.
Happy Monday. So glad you've tuned in. 3 hours a day, every single day. And now there's another way to consume us. You know, you listen live on the radio. Fine. Get the stream on the app. Fine. Podcast. But now, YouTube. We're live.
That's right.
Go to YouTube, just search 971 The Fan, click on the little live thing, and then we're here.
Live thing. That's right.
We're here for you. All the fan shows are here for you, but especially this show because we're the sexiest fan show. Yes.
Are we the sexiest?
I got to tell you, I think we're pretty sexy. Especially today. You're looking good today.
I don't know. Thank you, but I don't.
You're showing off the ink today.
I don't feel sexy.
Well, you look sexy.
I feel like me. And not that I'm saying...
I think we need a mindset change for you.
You think so?
Yeah, because let me tell you something. You start an OnlyFans account, you target gay men who love bigger dudes. Sure. You're going to make some cash.
Sure.
But you know what they call a bear in the business.
What? I'll take some gay men hitting on me because I need the confidence boost right now. I'm not getting a lot of people. Again, I'm a happily married man.
Well, what do you want people to do?
No, I'm just saying I don't ever get, someone hitting on me. I've not had that.
Because they know you're not available.
I know that. I give off the vibe. But I'm just saying, I'm trying to think. Who's like a handsome Meng who's married? Married for a long time.
Me.
Okay. Not you. No one. I'm talking like Ted. A celebrity. Ted's a handsome Meng, of course. He's married. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Ted's got to beat him off with a stick.
Back when I was banging.
I'm just pointing out
not really.
That there are a number of celebrities. We know Ted. There are a number of celebrities who probably get hit on all the time, even though they are happily married and in a relationship. I'm just saying, I don't have that happen.
You don't put yourself out there, though.
That's fair. I don't. I'm not trying to.
You're not out there combing for poon.
I'm not combing for anything.
That's what I mean.
I guess other than a compliment in this conversation, I
just gave you one. I just told you you'd make thousands of dollars on OnlyFans. That's a pretty good compliment.
Yeah, you know what? I will take that. I'll stuff that away for when I need it for a rainy day. I appreciate that.
And I'll be Coco, your houseboy. I'll just
what are you going to do in the house?
Just rub lotion on you.
Oh, I see. You're going to help me with the application.
I'll bring a towel and give you a rub down.
Will I have to pay you for whatever subscriptions I get?
I'm just saying, if I'm there...
We'll work something out.
And I'm
scale.
rubbing oil. I'm not saying it's a 50-50 proposition.
No, you'll get scale like an actor. I'll make sure you get paid the industry standard, whatever that is.
Maybe one thing that we do that they get off on is us getting on a scale. It's like, oh, look, they got fatter. Yes.
Well, aren't there people that, again, I'm not trying to shame anybody, but I think there are people who enjoy watching, people the opposite sex, same sex, whatever you're into, eating, getting plumper. That's a thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, guess what? Long term, you could be watching that with me. I've been doing that either way. I'm just saying. You can make that happen.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
There you go. You make some money and you feel better about yourself at the same time.
You made me feel a lot better. I appreciate that.
That's right. You know what time it is right now?
What time is it, Mike?
Common Man and T-Bone have very little value unless they're telling you about all the crap they can shove in your mouth so you can die quicker. It's time for Fat Boy Food Tip. Wait, how do you want me to say it? Tip. This is dumb. I quit.
All right, I got a bunch of little random things for you today. First of all, Red Lobster filed for bankruptcy today.
That's a sad day.
It does not mean that immediately they're going to be closing all of their locations, but it does not look good for the future. They are looking for a buyer to come and bail them out.
Right. And weren't they already under, again, this is really in the weeds business talk, but I think they already had like a private equity firm that came in. And I think part of the thing that came out in this bankruptcy filing, I don't know if you saw this, Mike, apparently part of the group that had previously managed them or owned the brand or whatever, they also had a holding in like a shrimp company from somewhere overseas. I want to say it was either in Japan or China. I'm not sure where. And that company apparently is one of the places that they Red Lobster essentially is in this bankruptcy filing. That company was where they were getting their shrimp for the all-you-can-eat $20 shrimp deal, which they said the company lost millions of dollars on. But it's supposed to be a loss leader, like, when you get people to go to Costco with
I understand, but it's a loss leader to a certain point.
Yes.
Not to the point where it bankrupts you.
Well, don't feel bad. That's not what bankrupted them. What happened was, apparently, the company that owned them also owned this shrimp company, and it appears in the bankruptcy filing that the shrimp company wrote off all their losses on the shrimp as part of all this. So, again, I don't understand how corporate finance works, but it all sounds like something's happening with Red Lobster.
Bad news for Red Lobster.
Yeah, not good.
That's what dumb fatties can
but
tell
hopefully
you.
they bring it. Hopefully they bring it back in some. I mean, it's still there. Hopefully it survives it enough to eventually come back and thrive.
Pop ID is a company, a tech company that specializes in facial recognition.
Oh, sure.
One of their clients is Steak and Shake. Steak and Shake is introducing facial technology recognition, something that I just said made sense, at 300 Midwest locations.
Okay.
Customers only need to take an estimated 2 or 3 seconds to check in through Pop ID, and then it will know your face.
Okay. And then what does that do for me? When I get to the restaurant.
Charges you appropriately.
Oh, so like
So instead of you saying, "Hi, I have a mobile order for Jonathan," you just need to go up to him and go, "Whoa," and then it scans your face. And so, "Oh, here you go, fat lard."
That's good. And then they throw food right in your face.
That's exactly right. But you don't need to vocalize it. You just stand there and go, "Oh." It scans you.
That's good. You just stare into a little camera, I guess. Yeah, that's good. Well, you know what? Like when you go to Disney World, or even yesterday or this past weekend, if you were at Sonic Temple, they have the little wristbands that you can wear, and they get you into places. But they also, you can tie your money to it, and you can like swipe that and just pay for what you're buying. Well, this is like the next level. If my face becomes that, I just walk around and just look at things. You know what might make it more efficient, Mike? And this is something I was talked about much when I was a kid. Maybe we get a little barcode on our foreheads that lets us know.
I like that.
I think we should do that. Get that tattooed on there. That sounds really good.
Sounds good.
Now, go ahead.
I got one more.
Yeah.
Wendy's is offering a $3 breakfast combination meal starting today.
Oh,
They're trying to, draw people back in because people are pulling back on fast food. They want to offer value. The deal will include a small portion of seasoned potatoes, which are delicious.
They have good seasoned potatoes. I do agree.
And choice of either a bacon, egg, and cheese English muffin or sausage, egg, and cheese English muffin. No beverage included. But you get the potatoes and the sandwich for $3.
That is a good deal. I like that. Also, speaking of $3 deals, that McDonald's deal you told me about, the Daily Double thing, that sandwich.
That's been around for a long time.
I know, but I always forget about it.
Because they don't talk about it.
Dude, I went there this weekend and I had a Daily Double. The deal they had was that sandwich and then a small fry for like $3 or $3.50, whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
The sandwich, if you don't know, is lettuce, tomato, and mayonnaise. And I believe the little onions. Yeah.
Not the little onions, the slivers that you get on the quarter pounder.
Yeah, either way.
Big slivers.
Okay.
Toenails. Huge toenails. Like Bobby Carpenter ripped off toenails of onions.
Well, now you've ruined it. But what I'm saying is I had that sandwich, and it was delicious.
Suck on my toes, boo.
You don't get a lot of mayo, like, burgers at McDonald's. Mayo, lettuce, tomato burgers. Usually everything is ketchup, mustard, pickle, all
That's
that.
Right.
There's no pickle on
it's a different experience.
And you know what? Very enjoyable. I like that a lot.
Today, popped on the app. I told my wife, by the way, I'm only doing it once a week now.
Oh, wow. Look at you.
So today's the day.
Always a good idea to burn that one free one.
Yeah, well, it's
the
Monday.
First day of the week.
Monday. Daddy's hangry.
Just wait till tomorrow when he's like, I did it again.
It was free Big Mac or 10-piece nuggets with minimum purchase of $2.
That's great.
So I made my own combo meal.
Which is?
I got a small fry because I told you I've done this before. There's not much difference in weight between a small fry and a medium fry.
I'd agree with you on that.
Yes. Plus, I get the bag.
Yeah, the bag is a key element to it.
Sack.
I love that bag.
Small fry, large drink, free Big Mac, $3.70. That's what I made myself. But when my Big Mac came to me, it was the only time I've ever received a Big Mac on a non-sesame seeded bun.
Really?
Yes. Clearly there was an error or they ran out of the sesame seed buns.
Well, how did it taste?
I mean, it was fine. You couldn't really notice a difference other than a little textural difference, but
you missed the sesame seed bun.
I did miss it a little bit.
That is what it's known for. I mean, it's one of the things. Now,
good value though.
I can't say this next thing is going to be a total fat boy food tip. It's just more of I have a question and I figure you or the audience could help me answer it. And it has to do with pizza.
Yeah.
So on social media, because it knows I'm a fat ass and I like pizza, I get a lot of pizza related content in the Instagram and on the TikTok. And one of the pizza places that popped into my algorithm this weekend is a place I had to look up. They have one location. It is in North Andover, Massachusetts. And it is called Garlic Breath Pizza. Have you heard of this?
No.
Okay. Now, I'm not saying this place is necessarily that special. It just, the stuff I looked at their website, their whole thing is we are like a throwback pizza joint with, wood paneling in the walls, very low, like not a lot of frills to the menu kind of thing. They have 80s decor up in their restaurant. That's fine.
Gets a 4.8 on Google.
Here's the thing. They said they make everything that they serve from scratch, not just the sauce and the dough, which of course lots of places are doing that. They make the meatballs that they serve. They make the dressings they serve, the cookies they serve, and of course, all the toppings for their pizzas. To the point of like, if you get banana peppers on there, they don't get them out of a jar. They get raw peppers, and then they do their own pickling.
They're not making cheese.
I'm telling you, they're saying they make everything from scratch.
They're not making their cheese.
Okay.
They're not making the pepperoni either.
They're saying they make the pepper. I'm telling you, they say they make all of their toppings from scratch. And I want to know, one, if that's happening around here. Because they said we don't serve like, a lot of places have, chicken fingers or potato skins or other things that you might get at a pizza joint where they have other things. They said we don't do any of that because all we're doing is making all this stuff. And I'm just curious if there are places around here that are saying, from scratch, every single topping. If that's happening, I want to know about it.
First of all, they're not talking I'm reading their website. They don't mention cheese.
Well, it says toppings. I don't know. Cheese is a topping. I don't know.
No.
You can make mozzarella, right? It's not. Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying it's not hard. I'm saying you have to know what you're doing. But if they're dedicated to it,
that's great. What are you charging? $92 per pizza?
I'm just asking. I kind of want to know if they're making this stuff all from scratch. I kind of want to know.
Garlic Breath. It's an interesting name.
I like the name. I like all the imaging of it and all that stuff. It's all good. But I'm just telling you, I gotta try a pizza like this. If someone's making this stuff from scratch, I need to know.
Let's read some Google reviews. We did get a thank you email from the owners of Louie's Pizza.
Yeah, we mentioned them.
Newark.
People were telling us about them. Right?
We had listeners mention them, and then we looked it up, and apparently they're one of the oldest businesses in Newark.
Oh, really?
Continuously family run.
Well, we got to get out there.
The old man is there every single day.
No, that's good.
Making the food. They were very appreciative.
Yeah, I need to go. I need to go check that out.
If they were really appreciative, then bring some damn food down here. We'll eat it.
Well, do you want it?
They don't have
that
cars?
Far away? No, that far away?
Yeah, put it in a little bag.
I want to have it fresh there. I want to get it out there, have it fresh, eat it right there in the parking lot. That's what I want to do.
The hillbillies got rowdy yesterday. Details next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza.
You're looking at some stop-and-go traffic on westbound 70 downtown between the 71 east and west split. And we've got about a 10-minute slowdown on southbound 315 between Kinnear Road and I-70. This report is sponsored by Donato's Pizza. Every piece is important. Donato's is bringing you huge savings on a large pizza. For a limited time, get a large one-topping pizza for just $10.99. Yes, $10.99. When you order online and pick it up, use promo code PICKUP, limit of 5 pizzas. Pick up your Donato's and save today. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Common Man and T-Bone here for the Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus.
It's our absolute favorite place to go for that live VIP sportsbook experience. 12,000 square feet of sportsbook action. 2 huge walls of TVs, not to mention delicious food and drink. But your experience can be even better if you download the Penn Play app.
Yep, you can get up to $140 in rewards. It's so easy, dummies like us can do it. Got to download the free Penn Play app today and cash in your bonuses. Plus, you never know, and you'll see Man and I lurking around.
I'm lurking. Must be 21 or over. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Ah, the sweet sounds of spring. Baseball, birds, and the glorious hum of a freshly tuned AC system. Don't sweat it. Call the Waterworks Heating and Cooling Team, 614-333-9720, or schedule service on our website. The Waterworks. Better care, better value, better AC.
DraftKings Sports and Social is now open in Columbus Short North. Get ready for the ultimate experience where sports and the party collide into an atmosphere unlike any other. Visit sportsandsocial.com/Columbus and follow us on social for details. DraftKings Sports and Social. Drink, eat, be social.
When it comes to getting a new roof, are you confident letting just anyone on the roof of your home? I'm Craig Schottenstein, owner of Schottenstein Roofing. Our team is dedicated to delivering outstanding value on every roof we repair or replace. Whether residential or commercial, Schottenstein Roofing meets the needs of every customer. From roof installation and repair to siding and gutters, you name it, we do it. Call Schottenstein Roofing, 614-321-8888 to schedule your free inspection today. Go to schottensteinroofing.com.
Hey, it's Anthony from my friends at Germain Honda of Dublin. You know what Rich is up to? He's got Memorial Day sales going all month long. Interest rates starting as low as 1.90% on the 2024s. The Civic LX sedan, the Accord LX sedan, and CRV LX two-wheel drives. And he's going to throw you an extra $1,000 for your trade. He wants to give you the best deal in town, and you will not be disappointed. Germain Honda of Dublin is my Honda dealer in Central Ohio, and hopefully yours on Sawmill Parkway just south of 270.
Bobby Carpenter once sold workout equipment on QVC Canada. There's no joke here. That actually happened. Morning Juice with Bobby and Beamer.
Weekdays starting at 6.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Hey folks, Austin Ward here, and if that sizzling sound made your mouth water, you are in the right place. Let's talk about something sizzling. That's making a Bacon 180 with a Waken 180. Imagine dropping pounds while still enjoying that crispy, savory goodness. It's one of the 50 reasons I chose a Waken 180. 50 pounds in only 3 months, and I did it while still enjoying a ton of my favorite foods. The difference? I had my coach showing me how to enjoy them the right way. A full Bacon 180. But hey, maybe you're not a bacon fan. I personally can't relate, but no bacon? No problem. Awaken 180 caters to any diet or taste profile. Vegetarian, vegan, omnivore, even flexitarian. Yes, that's a thing, and you're covered too. The point, if you want to lose weight, lose it fast, and then keep it off, then make your own Bacon 180 with Awaken 180 online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is fast for cash. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family. I even buy my tenants won't pay me the rent houses. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
Have you experienced foot or ankle pain during or after sports, running, or exercising at the gym? Nagging aches in your foot or ankle that won't go away? Podiatric physicians can provide you with important foot care solutions, shoe inserts, or show you how to support your feet and ankles so you're able to compete or exercise comfortably. Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association podiatric physicians are located throughout the state and have been serving the profession and the public for over 100 years. For more information or to find a member of the Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association near you, visit ohiofoot.org.
Not wearing your seatbelt could cost you a ticket or your life. Don't risk it. Click it or ticket. Paid for by NHTSA.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Fair skies, light winds, and hot on this Monday. Temperatures in the upper 80s. Overnight down to the low to mid 60s with partly cloudy skies and a dry start on Tuesday. Increasing heat and a bit more humid on Tuesday afternoon. Slight chance of a late day thunderstorm with highs, again, near 90 degrees. With your Doppler 10 forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
No Desmond Howard death wishes since 2012. This is Man and Bone.
Hey, normally we talk to Jason Stark on Mondays, but Jason is touring Italy with his family. We've decided not to bother him. He will join us next week.
There you go. Not bad.
I forgot to ask you about Sonic Temple yesterday. You went and enjoyed some Limp Bizkit yesterday.
Oh, it was a blast. I had a good time. I only got to go out for one day. I would like to next year. I'm going to try to get out there for all 4 days because it was a blast. I mean, it was hot. Don't get me wrong. It's hot out today, hot yesterday, but I saw some really good bands. I'd always wanted to see Bad Religion, which they played at like 2:30, so I got to check them out. Your favorite time. I know you love the dentist.
My favorite time to go to the dentist. Tooth hurting.
Yeah, I saw them. Saw your guys from England, Royal Blood.
Oh, yeah.
They were out there. And again, watching a two-piece band.
Was it just two of them?
Yeah, they had on one song a guy popped on keyboards.
Okay.
But otherwise, I mean, it's just the two of them out there. And, they're playing a stadium. They're playing Historic Crew Stadium on the main stage. And that thing was one of the loudest concerts of the day. But, yeah, the highlight, I got to see a couple bands like Wage War and Architects that I really like that are heavier, like, metalcore type bands. But Limp Bizkit, I had never seen in person, despite having been listening to Limp Bizkit since I was a wee lad.
Timmy's a big fan.
Why no? And I tried to get Timmy to go out there. He was planning on going, and then he got sidetracked and ended up making it out. But I'll tell you this, I had never seen them live. Whatever you think of like Fred Durst as a person, like when you listen to the songs, right, you get the aggressive vibes coming off these songs. Could not be different when you actually watch them live. He's just a big goofball. Like there was an inflatable penis floating around in the crowd. And I'm thinking, I hope this makes it up there. It sure enough did. And then he proceeds to have a lot of fun with that. He's like a big kid up there. And I'm surprised. This is what, a 50-plus-year-old man now. He looked like the Gorton's fisherman with a giant gray beard and a little bucket hat. But
I assume you can't take yourself too seriously.
Well, that's exactly. You shouldn't if you're him. You know what I mean? Like, you've seen Spinal Tap. That's one of the worst things about aging bands is they sometimes go out there and are like, yeah, what's going on? Blah! And it's like, wait, come on, man. Like, your glory days are behind you. They seem to clearly get that, but then they can still go. Like, they still play. The songs are good if you like Limp Bizkit. And by the way, everyone there did. I mean, that entire place I thought was going to shake apart. It was so loud.
Why'd you stiff T-Bone yesterday?
Oh, he didn't stiff me.
Well, I'm just saying. I thought you guys were going to meet up and enjoy some Limp Bizkit. No?
I feel bad about not going. I really do.
Well, that's all right.
I saw his clip on social media. I wanted to go, and I didn't.
Timmy,
I didn't limp with the biscuit.
Let me tell you something, Timmy. They started off with break stuff.
That was the opening number?
Yes.
Oh.
And then they said, you know what? Because it was like really hot when it started, but by the end it got to be a little bit into the dusk. It was almost dark. And they said, you know what? You guys, it was so hot earlier. We're going to do it again.
And
they played break stuff twice.
Are you serious? Did they finish?
They just run out of stuff to play?
No, they had all kinds of stuff they left on the table. They could have played a ton of other stuff they left out there.
Give me something to break.
Yeah. But no, they're like very self-aware. They said, we know you're all here for Slipknot anyway, but hey, we'd rather be playing at noon.
I would not have been there for Slipknot. I would have been there for them and a little bit of 311.
Well, dude, that 311 set was good too. 311, amazing band live. Like, I'd never seen them live either. And they were heavy and brought it, and it was excellent. Excellent stuff from those bands. So I'm sorry, I don't mean to rub it in.
Did you say that there was the inflatable pee-pee worky?
Yes, it was out there, and Fred Durst had a good time with that.
That was at the show that I was at when I was 15 years old.
Maybe it's the same one.
What, they just do that? It's like a plant?
I think that's a thing. It's like the Washington State flag on College game day.
Yeah, fans probably
know. It goes around all the Limp Bizkit shows.
Yeah.
Speaking of pee-pee worky, an angry Ricky Stenhouse Jr. confronted Kyle Busch, then punched him following the NASCAR All-Star race on Sunday night at North Wilkesboro Speedway.
Yes.
Setting off a brief fight between teams in the garage. So I know you and Teddy were probably watching this. You're the resident hillbillies here who enjoy the NASCAR. So break this down for us.
Well, Teddy, my understanding is there was an on-track incident early in the race where Stenhouse bumped Kyle Busch initially bumped Stenhouse. Is that right?
Kyle thought that Stenhouse kind of abused him a little bit on the first laps, but really he didn't. He was a little aggressive, but didn't really hurt Busch. And then Kyle came back on the next lap and just dumped him.
Wrecked him. Now, here's the thing. So
aggressive, but didn't hurt Busch.
What do you mean thought? Thought he hurt me?
Well,
he hit him or didn't he?
Well, in NASCAR, you can have a situation where the guy behind, if you're driving in the front and someone bumps into you from the back, that might be more aggressive. And all it was just, oh, my bad, you checked up a little quicker. It wasn't on purpose. Sometimes the intent is what becomes a thing.
Well, what happened, Kyle got a little wide on one of the turns, and so Ricky, there's a big gap there, so Ricky's like, you got to be aggressive. It's an all-star race. You don't have a lot of time here. So he shot the gap, and got up in the middle, and Busch
didn't like that.
And Kyle didn't kind of like it because
you got to shoot the gap sometimes.
Because he kind of got pushed
on
a little
Busch
bit.
especially.
On the Busch.
Yeah, and he rubbed the wall a little bit.
Rubbing his racing.
Yeah, that's right. So at the end of all this, so Kyle Busch finishes the race. Ricky Stenhouse is out.
Yeah.
He is in street clothes at the end of this thing. And what is pointed out is a lot of racetracks, they have a tunnel built under the track so cars can go in and out of the infield even while the race is going on. Well, North Wilkesboro, this little track they were at, it does not have that. So all the drivers just have to sit there. Even if they get knocked out of the race, they have to sit there until the race is over. They have to go across the track. You obviously can't do that during a race.
You can just run across the track when the coast is clear.
Sure. So
look both ways.
Yeah.
Right.
So then Ricky Stenhouse is there. He's mad. He's waiting, not at his trailer, at Kyle Busch's trailer as he's walking back to where, this is where they all go. They go back to their own trailers to change out of their clothes and get ready to leave. Well, they're having a little argument, and out of nowhere, Ricky Stenhouse just pops him right in the face. Kyle Busch at his trailer, and from there, all hell breaks loose because now teammates have come over, the crew members have come over, the media has come over, and Ricky Stenhouse Sr. has come over.
Yeah, the old man was there.
The dad's there.
He was trying to fight, too, not trying to break things up.
Well, he initially kind of gets his son off of Kyle Busch, and then he attacks Kyle Busch. So Junior and Senior kind of double-teamed Kyle Busch, and Kyle Busch is sitting there going, you can see on the first fight, he's kind of mad. When he sees that dad has started fighting, then his eyes get really big like, oh, no, old man, you're not coming in to do this. And then he starts wailing on dad to the point that Ricky Stenhouse Jr. on the video, you can clearly hear him saying, can someone please get my dad?
Get my dad, right.
Yes. Dirtier than a Stenhouse rat.
Here's what I don't understand, too, that I'm reading this article that's sort of breaking all this down. Kyle Busch then yelled at Stenhouse Jr., bring it, I don't give an F, I suck just as bad as you, let's go. What does that mean?
Talking about his race car and his team this season. He hasn't been running very well.
Oh, okay.
So they both suck. So he's like, who cares? We both, you suck, I suck. None of this really matters, right?
Let's fight.
Yeah. Right. And I think that might even be leading to down the road where it's saying, hey, you want to continue this all year? I'll wreck your crap all the time because you're not in contention for a championship. I'm not ruining my chances at a championship. So let's just wreck each other all week. If that's what you want, if you want to keep doing this, I'll wreck you every weekend. Because I think that's the way that threat is kind of going.
I like that attitude.
Yeah.
That's a winner's attitude.
Now, Dale Earnhardt Jr. weighed in on this, Teddy, and he had a great thought, which was, because like I said, there's no tunnel getting out of this track, so all the drivers just have to sit there and get mad. Usually, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. would have been back in Charlotte by the time this race ended. He'd already be home. Instead, he's waiting around, simmering, getting mad. Dale Earnhardt Jr. said, I think we ought to plug up all the tunnels at all the NASCAR tracks.
So this happens more often?
This happens more often.
Yes.
Yeah, I like that. Redneck Jesus knows what's up. That's good.
Another quarterback is about to break the bank. Details next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza.
You're going to hit a 5-minute slowdown on eastbound 270 on the South Outer Belt between 23 and Alum Creek Drive. And we've got another delay on northbound 71 on the north side between 670 and 11th Avenue. This report is sponsored by Allstate. You're in good hands. Some people just know there's a better way to do things, like bundling your home and auto insurance with Allstate. Why make things harder than they need to be? There's a better way to save time and money. Visit allstate.com or call for a quote today. I'm Nicole for 97.1, The Fan Traffic.
Hollywood Lights. Set sail with excitement at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Saturday, May 25th, you could be the lucky winner of a 7-day, all-expenses-paid Caribbean cruise for two. Not a sailor? No problem. Opt for $15,000 in cold hard cash instead. Play your favorite slots and table games throughout May to earn entries. More details at HollywoodColumbus.com. Remember, your adventure awaits at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
New 2024. Up to 72 months Aria. Up to 36 months Rogue. And 6324.
Reichert Nissan has an announcement to make. 0% financing is now available for up to 72 months. Take a Reichert Nissan Aria home today and pay 0% for 72 months. But that's not all. Reichert Nissan also has 0% financing on Rogue 2. Visit the Reichert Mega Mall off 270 and 33 or shop thousands of new and certified used at ReichertNissan.com.
Get the right car at Reichert.
We're dealing.
With approved credit. Residency restrictions apply. Offers cannot be combined. Dealer contribution affects consumer cost.
This is the absolute worst time of the year to be dealing with joint pain. You can't do the stuff outdoors you love, the stuff you want to do, the hiking, the running, the playing on the beach. It's being around friends and family. Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. If you're tired of achy joints, you need to call my friends over at QC Kinetics before you agree to any risky surgeries or steroids or harmful medications. That's what tens of thousands of real-life patients around the country did, just like me with my knee. My dad did with his knee. Some of our friends and family who have done it with knees and shoulders and a variety of joints. They're out walking around now, enjoying the time outside. Or you could be like a guy like Chad, who wants to live life to the fullest, but his knees have been bothering him. He's been on pain meds forever. He went to crutches on his high school reunion, but that was before he found QC Kinetics, and now he's bouncing around like the pain is gone. And QC Kinetics has a national director in Dr. Mitchell Sheencup, who's been doing this for over 20 years. So go check him out at 614-208-4544. That's 614-208-4544.
Attention weekend warriors. Fan Sports Saturday has moved to 10 a.m. Join Eric Reeser and Tyvis Powell as they dive into popular topics like the Buckeyes and Tyvis's liquid diet.
Saturdays from 10 to 1.
The Fan.
Two guys drove to work. Neither guy wore a seatbelt. One guy got a ticket. One guy didn't. The same two guys drove home. One guy wore his seatbelt. One guy didn't. One guy made it home. The guy not wearing his seatbelt didn't. Don't risk it. Click it or ticket. Paid for by NHTSA.
If your garage door is so old that it's got cave paintings and hieroglyphics drawn on the inside, we are Deluxe Door Systems. For 30 years, transforming the look of people's homes with beautiful Clopay doors for less than you think. DeluxeDoorSystems.com.
Now at UDF, buy 3 everyday favorites with UDrive Plus to quickly stack an extra 20 cents in gas savings. That includes Monster Energy and Red Bull and Gatorade and Body Armor. And that adds up. UDF, made for you. Specially marked products with an opted-in UDrive account.
Tired of waiting for your auto service to be completed at the dealership? Hi, this is Justin Hinderer with the Hinderer Motor Company. Let our experienced factory-trained technicians come to you in our mobile service truck. 90% of all repairs can be done at your home or office. Brakes, recalls, maintenance, it can all be done on your terms when you need us with our mobile service truck. Go to HindererMotorCompany.com and schedule mobile service today. That's HindererMotorCompany.com. We love what moves you.
Whether you're a seasoned pro or a new golfer, think beyond the green and head over to X Golf Columbus and X Golf Powell. Come experience the most advanced and accurate golf simulators in the world at X Golf. A fun venue with great food, excellent service, and a full bar. You can play around on one of our 50 courses, take a lesson from our PGA Pro, hit the driving range, join a league, or just sit back and sip a beer on the outdoor patio. Book your tee time today at playxgolf.com. X Golf Columbus and X Golf Powell, the home of indoor golf.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. We love what moves you. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
The only thing harder than Common Man's arteries is T-Bone thinking about a red-bellied woodpecker. This is Man and Bone.
The St. Louis Cardinals, one of the last teams to unveil their City Connect uniforms. They did that today. And, you know, I'm usually very critical of these things because I don't think they're any good. Most of them.
Right.
But the Cardinal ones I like because they actually look like the Cardinals.
Oh, what a shock.
Just a different version of the Cardinals.
Well, that's what you should want, right? I haven't actually seen this.
You got the bat and the birds on the bat. The script lettering, instead of saying St. Louis or Cardinals, says the Lou on it.
Yeah, you know what? To your point, this is a slightly more, I don't want to say, this is going to sound bad. It's like a more obnoxious version of their current uniform.
Yeah, that's what it is.
And
it's an amped up version.
Yeah, but I mean, I could see this being very popular because if you are from that city and you are really proud of St. Louis, then yeah, I mean, I think this will sell really well. A lot of people would want to wear this. But you're right, it definitely looks like an alternate for a Cardinals uniform that has just not been made before. It doesn't look like something from another planet that doesn't fit anything to do with your city.
Guardians with a big sweep of the Twins over the weekend. They will host the Mets tonight. Your Mets. Reds lose 3 of 4 to the Dodgers. They're off today. Teddy, what was the stat you were telling me earlier as an excuse for why your team can't hit?
Well, they've played like the most games against teams in first place. I think it's like 16. They're tied with the Twins. They both played the most amount of games against teams that are in first place. So it's, a little bit of
it's the schedule.
Tough schedule right now. So that's why they're
when the schedule
probably
gets
not doing
easier,
so.
then
I imagine they'll start winning a lot of games.
I see.
Because if you look at the flip side of it, the Phillies and the Dodgers, neither one of those teams has played a team in first place. So they're very overrated. So just think about that.
That's right.
As the season goes along.
That's right, Teddy.
I should also point out that both those teams are in first place.
That is true.
They can't play themselves.
They cannot play themselves.
Well, Teddy, your team yesterday played the Dodgers, who are in first place. So to test this theory out where you're saying if we weren't playing so many first place teams, I know the Dodgers are in first place, but you got to play them head to head. Did you prove that they were overrated and then the Reds beat them? Is that what happened yesterday? Or
no, because they are in first place, so it's very difficult to beat them.
So they're not beating the teams in first place, but they're not as bad as you think, is what you're saying with the Reds.
Yeah,
no, he doesn't believe that for a second.
I know,
and they get the Dodgers again later this weekend.
Well, that's
next, upcoming.
And you
weekend,
can't blame them for anything that happens.
Well, they're back at home for the Padres
to start. Yeah,
tomorrow.
They're not in first place.
Padres not in first place, and they're playing a doubleheader today.
Ah, yeah.
So they'll be tired.
Yes,
right,
exactly.
Teddy.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
it's a very good call.
Speaking of Teddy's Red Legs, I saw that Ken Griffey Jr. is going to be in the pace car for the Indy 500.
That's right. I'll be headed out there this weekend to go check that out. So I'll make sure that I try to say hi to him for you. Anything you want me to tell Ken Griffey Jr. if I do run into him?
Yes, you can tell him, in all honesty, in his prime, not with the Reds, when he was with the Mariners, he was the greatest player I've ever seen live.
Okay, I can do that. I'll deliver the message.
I've never seen anybody better than him. He was the full package. Average, power, speed, fielding, everything.
And then if he asks me, I'll say, that's a message from my friend Mike. And then he'll say, what do you think? I'll say, Bartolo Colon. That's
greatest athlete ever?
That's the greatest one I've ever seen. I mean, sure, who knows what he was getting, with the little... he's taking trips in the offseason. Suddenly he's rejuvenated.
Well,
I don't know what was happening there.
What was happening. He was popped once he was suspended.
I'm saying that's once. I don't know how many other times he was getting stuff that we didn't find out.
Well, once you do it once, then you're just done.
Was that right?
You never do it again.
Oh, right.
That's what we learned from all these guys who cheat.
Yeah, just the one time. That's it. Never again.
Your guy Bartolo, he was in the, I think it was the final episode of The Amazing Race this past season last week.
Was he really?
Because they were in the Dominican.
Oh, okay.
And he has like a statue outside of a ballpark there, and he was there, and there was training going on. I don't know if he has like an academy there or something, but he was on the show and like gave the teams their next clue and everything. So yeah, it was pretty cool. I thought of you, T-Bone. Yeah,
I had no
Your
idea.
Guy.
That's great. I love to see. I mean, again, the guy played for a lot of teams. I obviously understand a lot of people have an affinity for him, but I like a guy who can look like he belongs in the stands and have that type of physique, and then go out there and do what he did as a pitcher. And never forget, hit one of the greatest home runs in the history of Major League Baseball when he was with the Mets.
Well, one of the greatest home runs because he was the one who hit it. It's not like it was this majestic shot.
No, it's just that he hit a home run.
You just couldn't believe a guy like that.
Yes, this is a guy. This is a guy who regularly lost his batting helmet when he would take a big cut because he was such a big oaf out there, and then ran into one and put it over the left field fence out in Petco Park, if I'm not mistaken.
So you're going to Indy? That's this weekend?
Yeah.
I want you to pray for me because next week I got the Disney World.
Oh, next week is your Disney trip. Okay.
Oh, my. I just looked at the weather.
Well, what's the weather going to be?
Hot.
Oh, in Florida in June?
Well,
I'm shocked.
I know, but there's degrees of hot. Like 88, I think is hot. Because obviously it's humid.
That's what it's out now. It's
hot.
88, 90 degrees.
Sure. 95.
Okay.
100% humidity. Heat index dead.
Yeah, I mean, if it makes you feel any better, there's at least going to be a nice rain shower at some point during your day to then get all the ground moist. And then when the sun comes back out, it'll radiate all that humidity right up on you.
Just like walking into a wet fart.
You know what's crazy? We went out Saturday morning, went to soccer games for the kids, right? So I got to the field at like 9 a.m. And, of course, the grass is all still very moist because it had, dewy and all that stuff.
Dewy.
We're standing there, and I swear to you, it was hotter standing on that field at 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the morning, Saturday morning, than yesterday. I'm on blacktop in, around Crew Stadium for Sonic Temple where there's no shade, no nothing. And it was less hot there than it was at my daughter's soccer game, where it was not nearly as warm from a temperature standpoint. It was that
doesn't make any sense, though.
It was that moisture.
Hot bodies,
No,
too.
but it was all that moisture coming up. It just made it so humid. It was worse. I'd much rather be with less humidity, more heat.
Anyway, 95 degrees.
You're getting both, is what you're saying.
I'm so excited. I get to hold my daughter's hand, as you do, because it's crowded, right?
Yes, of course.
So I hold her hand, and she has clammy hands in regular temperatures. When we go to Disney World, it's like holding a tongue. It's like holding someone's tongue.
Maybe get her a little, you both wear latex gloves. And people are just like, we have a condition. Sorry.
Sure.
Yeah. Now, when you take the gloves off, it's going to be just,
my God. Trevor Lawrence, reports are he's working on a new deal with the Jags, and he will make over $50 million a season when this deal is done.
How many guys now in the league? 6, I think, that are making $50 million a year?
It will be 6 with him.
Oh, okay.
There are 5 quarterbacks making 50 or more.
Right. So
here's the list: Joe Burrow, Jared Goff, Justin Herbert, Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts. And then, of course, Dak is looking for his new deal. I would assume he would join that fraternity. Trevor Lawrence will join that fraternity.
Yeah. I feel like Trevor Lawrence is, I don't think, as good as a lot of those guys that we mentioned there. But the other side of that is I think he's showing that with a little bit more talent, he can do a lot of things. If you want to keep him, and you have to because he is someone you're building around.
You have to.
Yeah, they have to pay this money. It's a weird thing where if you believe your young quarterback is good, then you have to make him one of the highest paid players in the league.
Yeah.
If you don't believe he's good, then you have to pretty much I don't know. I guess you just ignore him and hope that he goes away. Or you can do whatever the Falcons are doing with the Kirk Cousins situation by drafting Michael Penix Jr., which he's not a young quarterback. Kirk Cousins isn't. But then they brought him in, paid all this money, and now they're going to go out and use their draft pick to draft another quarterback. It didn't make any sense.
That whole situation's weird.
I know. I still don't get it.
And I actually feel sorry for Kirk Cousins.
I don't. I mean, I know what you're saying, but yes, in the scheme of feeling bad for a football player who's paid millions of dollars.
No, I know. Yeah. He left Minnesota because they could not assure him that they weren't going to draft a quarterback and they were going to stick with him.
Right.
And then he goes to a situation where I'm sure they promised him, you're our guy, we love you, right?
Right.
And not even a phone call to say we're leaning this way. Then it's just done.
Well, that's what I mean. It's truly one of the weirdest situations. Do I feel bad for a guy who's getting paid as much money as he is?
I know, but try and take that out of it. He's still a human being.
Yes. And a human being who's making $180 million, whatever it is. I can't take it out of it.
All right.
I can't.
All right. Back page coming up. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza.
Traffic is moving slowly on westbound 270 on the North Outer Belt between Westerville and Cleveland Avenue, and you'll hit another slowdown on westbound 161 between Johnstown Road and Hamilton Road. This report is sponsored by Ohio Laborers and Ohio Lesset. Ohio Laborers would like to congratulate Member of the Week, John Forrest, Laborers Local 134, Newcomerstown. John is an 11-year journeyman working with Beaver. Build Ohio right, build it Union. I'm Nicole for 97.1, The Fan Traffic.
Did you and your family lose Ohio Medicaid and need health coverage? Check this out. You may be eligible to enroll in a low-cost health plan at healthcare.gov. With the new law, 4 out of 5 customers can find a plan for $10 or less per month with financial help. Healthcare.gov offers quality plans that cover doctor visits, prescriptions, emergency care, and more. Healthcare.gov is here for you. Enroll today for coverage starting the 1st of next month. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Big things are happening on the east side.
We're ready to deal. Come negotiate during May's Dealin' Days at Lindsay Honda. Lower payments, better financing, more value for any trade. Shop lindsayhonda.com and see new Hondas with thousands in savings plus many other deals. We'll work hard to get you a payment you can afford. Now during May Dealin' Days at Lindsay Honda.
Honda makes the cars, Lindsay makes the difference.
See lindsayhonda.com for program details.
Great coaching can make all the difference, especially when it comes to your money. At Right Pack Credit Union, our financial coaches are on your team. We'll help you create a winning game plan that's customized for your unique needs, so you can make the most of your hard-earned money and live the life you want to live. Best of all, Right Pack Credit Union serves all of Central Ohio, so getting in the game is easy. Let's win together. Stop by one of our Central Ohio member centers to get started today. Equal housing opportunity, insured by NCUA.
Your bathroom is boring and basic too. It seems like there's nothing you can do. A better bath awaits. You'll feel brand new, relaxing in a world of peace at the Bath Authority.
And right now, get $1,500 off a new shower or bath, plus 36 months of interest-free financing. It can all be installed in as little as 1 day.
You're our priority at the Bath Authority.
Rothman and Ice.
And you can get some dry skin shavings, to come your way and fall in your popcorn.
Okay.
It's just, keep the toes in, ladies and gentlemen, at the movie theater, please.
Rothman and Ice. Weekdays at noon.
Sponsored by Pella Columbus.
The Fan.
When it comes to getting a new roof, are you confident letting just anyone on the roof of your home? I'm Craig Schottenstein, owner of Schottenstein Roofing. Our team is dedicated to delivering outstanding value on every roof we repair or replace. Whether residential or commercial, Schottenstein Roofing meets the needs of every customer. From roof installation and repair to siding and gutters, you name it, we do it. Call Schottenstein Roofing, 614-321-8888 to schedule your free inspection today. Go to schottensteinroofing.com.
Summer is almost here, and NBC4 Today is giving you a chance to swim in cash. Get ready for summer. Check out NBC4 Today every morning, and you could win $400. Watch to win all this week on NBC4 Today at 6 a.m.
Monday, the moment of truth has arrived.
It's the live finale of The Voice on NBC.
This is what we've been waiting for all season.
5 artists perform live to win America's vote.
So you got to watch live and you got to vote for your favorite.
Which coach will claim bragging rights as champion of The Voice?
Reba McEntire, Chance the Rapper, Dan and Shay, or John Legend.
Anyone could win.
I know, so do not miss this, the season finale of The Voice.
Live Monday on NBC.
Tonight beginning at 8 on NBC4. Local for you. Summer is almost here, and NBC4 Today is giving you a chance to swim in cash. Get ready for summer. Check out NBC4 Today every morning, and you could win $400. Watch to win all this week on NBC4 Today at 6 a.m.
Spring is a season full of new life and new opportunities to celebrate. Hi, it's Alex Johnson from The Diamond Cellar. Anniversaries, new babies, graduations, plus everything in between, discover the perfect gift for every occasion. Visit us at The Diamond Cellar on Sawmill Road or Easton Town Center.
At Sunny Street Cafe, we scoff at the notion that restaurants should only have one tagline.
'Cause we
have 7.
And here's our number 7.
Sunny Street Cafe. Food that makes your day better. In a place that makes you feel comfortable.
With 8 locations.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Accurate Heating and Cooling and Bryant. Doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
Buckeye Show coming up at the top of the hour. The fine host of the Buckeye Show, your friend and mine, Timmy Hull.
You guys, happy Monday.
I got something for you, Timmy.
Uh-oh.
Georgia football freshman, has officially had his black stripe removed.
He has become a Georgia dog.
He's become a member of the team because he was arrested and charged with reckless driving.
A moving violation.
Oh,
yes.
That Covey White was going the wrong way on a one-way street. Also, reckless driving. Was released an hour later on bonds totaling, get this, $26.
Well, I will say, to be fair, in the world of Georgia traffic violations, going the wrong way down a one-way street, not great. But if he wasn't also going like 100 and racing someone at the same time, we'll chalk that up as a minor victory.
Well, he was going 90 and a 50.
Okay, that's borderline. That's borderline Fast and Furious type behavior.
You just said was going wrong way. I thought that was all it was.
Wrong way and reckless driving.
90 and a 50?
And that gets you a $26. See you later.
90 and a 50?
The football team now.
No.
90 and a 50 the wrong way, and let's play some Georgia football.
90 and a 50. Yikes.
Is this a requirement these days?
I guess. Like, what's
Does
going
Kirby
on?
only look for poor drivers? Is that
I
the
guess
secret
so.
to national championship success? I mean, didn't JT Barrett have a little deal when the Buckeyes were really good?
Oh, you know
JT
what?
have something?
Yeah,
there was.
he did have
I believe
like
he
a
had
minor
I
OVI,
think,
right?
I think there was a. Yeah, I think you're right. There was.
I think his deal was he was under the limit, so he wasn't legally intoxicated, but he was not yet 21.
He was not of drinking.
Yeah, that's
right.
what it
I think
was.
he was still 20, and he had like a .06 or something.
I think you're right.
Maybe a little lower.
I've completely forgotten about that.
Yeah, that's true. I remember that happening. Now, what I will say is it makes me think with Georgia, does Kirby Smart go when he's recruiting guys? Is he like watching?
Driving?
Well, he watches them on the field, and then they're like, he looks pretty good. And they're like, yeah, but hang on a second. And then they like turn around and look out in the parking lot from the press box. And they just see a car like running into streetlights and then zooming off at 100. He's like, yeah, offer him right now.
It's like that clip from The Wedding Singer. Those could have been guests at our wedding. They were cones.
Yeah. Oh, God.
What's coming up on the show, Timmy?
Beautiful Monday show. Austin Ward is in for the full 2 hours. We'll hand out some Buckeye leaves at 6:19. Marvin has got a little situation that we'll talk about. Also, we want to talk about one of the primetime players for the Buckeyes here in 2024. We'll do that. And Cardale Jones was here. He was here earlier today.
See him.
You didn't see him?
No, I didn't see him.
Well, he was here, and he weighed in on Tyvus versus DeVere. He even gave us a format for the whole thing.
In my head, I just hear Tyvus saying he weighed in all right at 300 pounds.
I've got clips of that stuff, too. They were getting after each other today.
I'm sure. They're the best of friends.
Oh, yeah.
But they hate each other.
And they hate each other's guts.
That's right. Buckeyes show 2 big hours, top of the hour, right here on the Fan. Back page.
The Back Page. The Back Page with Common Man and T-Bone.
Sponsored by Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
Bone.
Well, man, Johnny Knoxville, the Jackass star, is now being sued for negligence and battery by Daniel Curry, former employee for the ABC series The Prank Panel, which was hosted Johnny Knoxville was a part of that, along with Eric Andre. Anyway, this is over a 2022 incident involving a taser, according to a complaint filed Thursday in Los Angeles County Superior Court and reviewed by Entertainment Weekly. Curry was working as a segment producer on Prank Panel, which Knoxville co-hosted, and Knoxville allegedly chased down and tased him without provocation. Now, I'm sure he would say, Johnny Knoxville would say this was
provocation.
This was a prank.
Yeah,
but
he's Johnny Knoxville.
Well, they do a lot worse than tase.
Well, but here's the thing. Curry claims the incident caused him to experience freezing, losing all motor skills, and collapsing with his entire body in a rigid and tense state. And then he ultimately broke his fibula and tore a ligament in his ankle.
Oh.
After the tasing, the complaint says the defendants, who also include ABC Signature and Jimmy Kimmel's production company, Kimmelot, collectively acted to blacklist Curry on the production, resulting in damage to his career. He also says at least 25 people witnessed the incident. So that's not good.
Were people laughing? Were people laughing?
Well, I'm guessing that, well, that's the thing.
Yeah, it's a comedy bit, isn't it?
Well, here's what I would ask, though, is like, if he's one of the participants who's like, yes, I'm involved in this, please chase me down and tase me.
Yeah, I didn't know if this was on, like, this after hours or what. They were just goofing around and he wasn't ready to goof around, or if this was part of the show, part of the act.
Right. I think that would kind of be important to know. But in either case, so yeah. Seems like something, not a legal expert. Maybe they settle this out of court. This is a way to, though, it gets it in the headlines, and then probably something's done to take care of this
Speaking of
guy.
all of that, the memorial is coming up in a couple weeks because they pushed it back.
Yeah, 1 week back.
Yes. I saw that the bogey, even though I thought they were done.
Yes, they open up for the tournament now?
They're going to open up again and do like their bands and, big party at the bogey. Speaking of tasing, which former Buckeye is going to get tased this year?
My guy, Jay Stoneburner, is very excited for that.
There's always
at least one.
A current Buckeye.
Could be a repeat offender. Who knows?
Yeah.
Let's get Urban out to the bogey.
Oh, he'll be
Let's
there.
get Sister
I'm
Hazel
quite sure.
playing. Get Urban out there.
If Sister Hazel's there.
You don't need to tase Shelly to have her urinate all over herself.
Wow. That's something.
What?
So that's something. So in Germany, this is kind of a crazy story. It's a sad story, but crazy as well. Children and workers at this youth camp in Westphalia, North Rhine-Westphalia, said they felt a tingling sensation, and it turned out lightning was... No. They got...
I'd like to try light tase.
The camp got hit by lightning. And so, but no one was hurt in the first lightning strike.
Good.
Note I said first. Because then, presumably, most of the people around said, well, hey, we got hit by lightning, but nothing happened. That's good. Lightning never strikes the same place twice. Well, it did. And then 38 people went to the hospital with some injuries.
Woo.
Fortunately, everyone has lived through this, so that's good. But they are obviously being taken to the hospital for evaluation. Hopefully, everyone's okay there. But imagine going to, not getting struck by lightning once, but twice. And the first time, it's all good. Second time, then you actually get hurt. That's not great.
Did you just say that you wouldn't mind a light tase?
It's always one of those things you wonder. Like people,
I mean,
oh,
we
I
can,
don't, like
we
people
can
on
make
Jackass,
that happen.
I don't wonder at all.
I'm not saying I'm going to go through with it.
I mean, I could set I assume it has degrees.
Right. Does it have a very, very
Timmy,
low setting? Yeah.
You could have gone yesterday with me into a full-blown mosh pit, and you refused to go.
I didn't refuse to go.
You chose
it just didn't happen.
You chose not to run.
I would have gone to the show if it fit the sketch.
I'm just...
Oh, God.
I want to tase you right now.
God.
We're saying sketch.
I'm gonna turn the zapper up to full power. My God.
As you should.
The sketch.
I'm going to tee you in your D and B's. How about that?
Let's rap about it, Bone. What do you say?
Let's not.
Stop it. Buckeye shows up next. We'll see you tomorrow. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza.
Watch for a 5-minute slowdown on eastbound 70 on the east side between James Road and 270. And we have another delay on northbound 270 on the east outer belt between Easton Way and 161. This report is sponsored by ExpressPros.com. Use the experts on hiring for professional roles. Visit srgexpress.com to connect with professionals in accounting, IT, and engineering. The specialized recruiting group takes on an individual approach, placing people in contract and full-time roles. srgexpress.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
This is a Fan Action Update.
This action update is brought to you by Tipico Gambling Problem. Call 1-800-GAMBLER. The NBA Final Four is set, and it's the return of Mike Conley Jr. to a Final Four. The Nuggets and Knicks are out. The Timberwolves and Pacers in as road underdogs in Game 7s, no less. Minnesota, who was plus 4.5, rallied from 20 points down to beat the Nuggets. And the Pacers, a 3-point dog to the Knicks, won by 21. For your Tipico action update, I'm Scotty Vegas.
Ohio Mulch Landscape Supply.
Hi, this is Ron Frost with Ohio Mulch, and here's to Ohio Mulch celebrating 40 years of making the community a greener and more beautiful place, one garden at a time. Don't miss out on the opportunities to elevate your outdoor space and to be part of a journey towards the next 40 successful years. Check out our promotions online at ohiomulch.com.
Ohio Mulch Landscape Supply. Greener, greener, better.
Hey, Mountain Dew drinkers! It's the Mountain Dew Baja Blast 20th Baja-versary. 20 years of Baja Blast being a Taco Bell fan favorite. To celebrate this year, the tropical lime flavor of Baja Blast is in stores everywhere all year long. 366 days. That's right, it's a leap year. And for a limited time, you can collect coins for a chance to get Baja gear or a Taco Bell deal. The Mountain Dew Baja Blast 20th Baja-versary.
No purchase necessary. Open to legal residents of US 18+, subject to official rules at BajaBlast.com and 6/15/24. Void where prohibited.
Open your door to a beautiful Nature Stone basement floor. This is Paul Keels for Nature Stone. Save up to 50% during their May is for Moms sales event. Schedule your free cost estimate today at naturestone.com. It's not just a floor. Wow, it's Nature Stone.
Grab life by the chicken fingers and savor the day with hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret cane sauce that makes everything that much better.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
Common Man here. Let me tell you about my new friends, Sell for 1% Realtors. This is a new company for me. They were interested in working with me, so they went for a CAT scan. When that passed, I needed to meet the family to see what they were all about, if they were a good fit. And when I say meet the family, I mean it. Sell for 1% is totally family run right here in Columbus. The premise is almost too good to be true. They sell your house for 1% commission, not 6. That's it. And they do everything you'd expect from the 6% people. This is full service, not a discount service. Here's how they do it. Technology has made the realtor's job easier, from taking photos to signing documents on your phone, but their prices have remained the same, even though the realtor's not putting in the same time they used to. Sell for 1% passes the savings on to you because they know you're going to be impressed with the service and then tell people about it. On average, customers save over $10,000 in commissions. I didn't know about these guys 10 years ago. Don't be stupid like me and pay more than you have to. If you're selling, give my guys a call. 614-451-6616. That's 451-6616.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car can be picked up as soon as the next day. Receive a tax deduction and vacation voucher.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations.